medical study on the effects of marijuana use confirms that everyone knows you're high and that you'll most likely never stop feeling like this.
Your parents know you're high. Your friends know you're high. Strangers on the street know you're high.
Welcome to Everyone Knows You're High. Hosted by Uncle Kalei.
You're gonna never come back, you know, all that stupid shit.
And Uncle Erik.
If I could retreat away.
Yeah, you should definitely try that.
This is forever. This is the new reality.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Back. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Everyone Knows You're High, starring the Grow Guru, and myself, Uncle Erik. This week, our guest is Big Al. I can hear that, dude. Can you hear that?
I can't hear it.
I can hear it. Anyway, thank you for joining us, brother. Thank you to the people on live who are here. Yeah, let's get this thing started.
Yeah, man.
So how's everybody been? How you been, man?
Aloha mai kako. Africa Medeiros ko no wai na mai au. Mahalo for you guys' time and bringing me on, letting me speak my mind, I guess you could say, or whatever it may be. Life has been crazy, I guess you could say. You know, it's been taking its turn in ways. From what I once was to what I am now, you know what I mean? And a lot of things happening in Hawaii, that's all I can say. But we can get more into that later on.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Before we start this, I get a little makana for what you guys are doing.
Yes.
So,
Oh, thank you.
here you go.
Mahalo.
You guys can open them up. It's a little something,
What is this?
you know, so.
Chili pepper
Like
water.
I said, a lot of things have
Water.
changed, you know what I mean? I went on a different venture. I'm a Lao Lapao practitioner, you know, I do Hawaiian medicine. And I started to incorporate Hawaiian medicine into like the normal things that people would use in Hawaii.
Right.
Chili pepper water, shoyu, patis is one of them right now. So I get my chili pepper water, bamba uncle shoyu, and my patis on everything.
Nice.
Chili pepper water is with olena, you know, or turmeric. The bamba uncle shoyu, you get noni, and the patis on everything has mamaki in it. So, you know, as a Kanaka, as a native Hawaiian, like we gotta incorporate our medicine, you know, natural medicine, right? As we know, this is like a cannabis talk
Yep.
Yeah.
podcast. So cannabis is a natural medicine.
All rules apply as far as La'au on this
Among-
podcast. You know, like cannabis
Yeah,
is one
everything.
facet of La'au and, you know, all of this other stuff.
And I'm a firm believer in natural medicine. So, yeah, there's 3 chili pepper waters for you brothers because there's a guy behind the camera over there that is very, very good brother of ours, you know.
Hello. Oh, you're loud, dude.
There you
This
go.
patis is fucking looks fire.
Patis and everything. The one thing that it's hard for me to make and bottle up because I'm not that type of person for that smell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I live for that smell.
It'll
cuz.
always smell first. If the thing smell like that, we're running.
Which way are we running?
I'm not that way.
I go straight into it like a fucking moth and on fire, bro.
Right into the kitchen.
I love that fucking patis smell, bro. For some reason, I fucking
You guys
dig that
should
shit.
take a shot.
Bro.
Take a shot.
Yes, sir.
You guys had.
I am not gonna take a shot of that shit.
Why?
What is patis again? Isn't that fish sauce?
Oh, no. So you can take a shot of chili pepper water. Or the
Nah,
Patis
How
in your
spi-
mouth.
Patis.
the patis-
It's fish, right?
Yeah, patis
Yeah,
is
yeah.
fish sauce.
That's what I thought because I don't do
Is
fish.
Is it fucking like rocket fire, like hot?
No. It's just got flavor to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the normal patis is just basically fish sauce. This one has a little bit more extra to it. There's garlic, there's green onions.
I'll smell it, but I'm not gonna drink that one.
There you go. Now get them on your mustache. Your girl gonna think you're cheating.
Wait, where did this come from?
Huh?
Where
That
did
came
this
from
come
me.
Oh,
Dude, that's
think?
fucking delicious,
Huh?
bro. Oh, hell yeah.
smells like a Filipino household.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's that. And then
Yep.
inside that La Hala basket, you know what I mean? There's something else inside there.
Pakai.
Pakai. Something that I carry with me all the time, basically. You know, I'm a
Hana
Kia
Pepe.
Eevee, you know what I mean? I'm a protector of our ancestors' bones. You know, and I carry Pakai because it's a part of our tradition to not bring them along with us, right? You know what I mean? To
Yes.
ensure that you're coming into there protected and you're leaving that space the same way. You know, so Pakai straight from Hana Pepe.
Can I go wrong, dude?
Yeah, just a little bit mahalo, a little makana for you guys
Fuck
for
yeah, mahalo,
being here
bro.
and providing this space for everybody else. You know what I mean? I've seen so many people. I see my cousin Yancy on top of here. You know what I mean? I just see JD them and Papa T of BET. You had Daniel Anthony Mana I on top of here. We had you know, the corporate person himself, Mr. Randy Gaunt's top of here too. But we can talk about that later on. Talk that stuff. You know, but I love what you guys doing with all of this. You know, giving somebody a platform just to speak what they're doing in their daily lives in Hawaii, and that's what we need. You know what I mean? More platforms for everybody.
Right.
I feel strongly that Hawaii is underrepresented in just like this podcast space, just this kind of open discussion kind of talk. Everything everybody sees from Hawaii is so like cut and clean and like prepared and like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
there's no like long form, just
No.
talk story kind shit. There's a lot now, but I like to think that we're a part of the beginning of that shit.
Right.
That's the raw uncut of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And people need to hear perspective, live perspective.
Yeah.
Not fucking, you're not going to say cut, edit perspective.
script.
Like, no. And they need to hear, like, Hawaii conversation. That's another thing, like, how we talk and how, you know, real shit, not like watered down shit, script. That's why I tell a lot of people when they come on, like, "Bro, don't even worry about it. We're just going to talk story." You know? Some people not comfortable with that. They kind of want to have a script to go by, but I don't like, this guy taught me that shit. Like, it's better to just talk.
just go with the flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come out of your na'au to your heart, your pool vibe, and just speak. Like, when you know, for me, it's the same thing. Yeah. Like, you think too much about stuff, it comes out all fumbled and mumbled and jumbled. You know.
Right.
When it comes from the heart, it's like music. When you play music, it's straight from the heart. You know what I mean? Like anything that you do. So it's the best that way.
Right.
And you catch people when they, you know, when they say stuff, you know. Like,
Oh,
I've seen a few people on your
guaranteed,
podcast.
Oh yeah, and you know that's a beautiful thing about a podcast. We can let them express themselves how they choose to. So if they want to fucking talk, go for it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's themselves out there. It's real. It's not sugar coated. Not no fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we usually do a thankful joint where we just say what we're thankful for as we pass it around. So I'm gonna go
Nice.
roll up a joint for thankful joint.
Can I roll it?
You want to roll it?
Sure.
For sure.
Thank you.
You want the GMO or okay?
So you can use this big tray.
Yeah. Just in case I spill any.
This is the kind of stuff they feed the pigs with, you know.
There's all kind of like sawdust.
trough.
This thing is so dusty. I'm not gonna use this, bro. There's like sawdust and fucking.
There's no. Well, yeah, I was
From the-
making the pop
from
up.
the-
That's why. I was
yeah,
fucking,
from the.
Organic wood.
There you go.
You seen people who like load their bowl and then they put like rosemary and like weird like other like lavender things in the bowl and smoke that shit, and it's
No,
supposed to be like.
I've seen that in a bathtub. It's called a bat bomb.
Yeah.
Then up biting someone after that, right?
Nah, it wasn't like fucking spice, dude. Can I get a grinder, sir? But nah, it's fucking like yeah, they're putting like other shit in with their fucking bowl and they're sparking it that way, and it's supposed to be like not bad for you, I guess, but just probably tastes weird.
Yeah, I saw the
It tastes
fucking.
good actually. Now
I would figure it would be, you know, lao. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all the herbs and spices. That,
Some of the shit you can't smoke, some of the shit you can't smoke. So I kind of watch out. You know what I mean? Like, holy fuck!
Do you know what you can and can't? Have
I
you ever
don't
looked
know.
into it?
no,
Oh.
I haven't.
I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
like weed. Like,
Yeah, I'm
fucking-
good with cannabis as a smoky part
Yeah.
of everything.
I don't want to smoke fucking rosemary.
Yeah.
I'd ruin my weed.
I'm trying to drought citronella and smoke that with the mosquitoes. You know?
There you go.
Keeping
Like,
the mosquitoes away and getting high.
bro, just have some of this potassium
Bro,
and everything, and then fucking the flies come up, the mosquitoes leave. Yo.
So, bro, that came to be because my mother-in-law, my wife's mom, and her twin, Filipino, right? My wife is half Filipino, but I was working at Capone's Ultimate Detail. I was a manager over there. So one day, I'm driving on the way to work. I was like, "What the fuck is this smell?" Okay, I was like, "Bro, this smell is rancid." I was like, "I'm gonna take this car for detail." You know what I mean? She's like, "What?" I was like, "Bro, I gotta get this smell out of the car." I moved the passenger seat, had broken bottle Patisse in the back of the seat. I'm like, "That's the smell right there, bro." Oh, the thing is smell like a dead cat, bro. And I've detailed cars with people who died in them before. You know
And
what
you
I mean?
get like fermented on the fermented, right? It's fermenting
my-
in the car.
But the thing was underneath, and it was horrible. And them being Filipino, they're normal. It's like, what are you talking about? That's nothing. The mamas are not good. It's nothing. I tell you, it's good. It's not good. It's bad. Like, I got to run all windows with the AC on, sticking my head out like Jim Carrey. You know what I mean? It's bad. So, but that's how it came to be. So it was dedicated to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's in honor of their Filipino legacy. You know what I mean? And with a little bit of twist. Yeah. You know, it's a little bit of twist.
No, I like that. It's not too spicy. It's just salty enough, not over salty, and you get that fish taste. I like
you get
that.
the fish,
I'm like from Puerto Rico, Hawaiian. I put patis on a lot of shit, bro. I swear to God.
I'm the same as you, and I never know patissos on everything that I've eaten. You know what I mean? Like curries and soups. I'm like, what? I wouldn't even eat that.
Yeah.
If you would have told me ahead of time, I would never tried it. Like,
But we all got suckered into it, bro. We
Right.
fucking eat the shit out of
there's
that.
something special about Paala Alakai's chicken.
The
you know what I
patis on the
That's the
chicken.
patis. Gotta be. Like, we're trying to figure it out every single angle. I was like, but gotta be. Like,
Fuck yeah, I'd take
bagong?
that.
Somebody
but
said bagong.
I heard sabao in the back.
Sabao.
Oh.
Well, we brought some food too from
Bruh.
the Onopocho kitchen too. So.
Filipino food is fucking legit, bro. Yeah, no, for real. We didn't even get diving on that, man. You made some food. We got to eat that after this, but we're going to get super hungry before we eat that, guaranteed. But yeah, dude, tell us what you're busy, man. I see you all over, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's a most recent thing has been our, we'll talk about the 64% pay raise, right?
That's something.
That's something that went pretty big viral. I went, and I stayed there at the city council meeting for almost 12 hours, right? I've been to these meetings before, and they usually go by a protocol where you go in and you sign this paper, right? And they usually ask, like the head of chair, which is Tommy Waters, to ask everybody in attendance to speak up now before these bills are being brought up, right? So none of that happened. That got passed by. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe we'll come onto this bill in the beginning. No, they stretched it until about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, right?
Wow.
Until this bill was brought up. Now, we had a whole pack room. People started to leave. People online had to go to work. You know what I mean? I took the whole day off. This is what I came here to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I could have been in the Aina. You know? Besides being proactive that way for people, I could have been out there Malama Aina. That's the way we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's how we take care of Hawaii. That's my way. So I'm there for the 64% raise. I wasn't against them getting a raise.
Right.
But 64%
It's fucking outrageous. Yeah.
From 70,000 to 113,000. Now the head of chair gonna make 123,000. Where's the logic in this? You know what I mean? They're saying 19 years ago was the last big raise. I'm like, it doesn't account to that. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
Why are they getting big raises at all anyways? They're fucking shit up.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
when people know about city council, like you can do your own time. It's a volunteer job.
Right.
First things first, like you're going out there to represent the people. That's what you're supposed to be. Doesn't matter if you're a city council member, senator, House of Representative, the governor, whatever it may be. Your first and only job is a public servant.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what it's called, public service.
Exactly.
So that right there is crazy. Like, 70,000 already is a great amount of money to be doing a public servant, especially when you can make your own schedule. You can come and work anytime you want. You can stay at home. You can go visit the community as you should be. You know what I mean? People in Hawaii, they barely make 40,000 a year. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a whole household to make 90,000 to get, on top of this, AMI, which is like the percentage rate to be affordable home living.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's pretty crazy. So I go over there, I speak on this behalf of Hawaii. You know what I mean? I speak for myself, but I say the things that people are afraid to say.
Yep.
People will be judged to say. They would lose their job. They lose their family.
Right.
I come in there, don't give a fuck. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
My
fucking
life,
guns blazing.
what else could you do to me in my life? You know what I mean? Like, I've been through shit. You know what I mean? I'm still coming through shit right now.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? But it's just like, and it's basically telling them what it is. You need to hold them accountable for their crimes that they're already committing, because they're stealing from the people.
Yeah.
They're putting together 64% raise without the people even voting on it.
Yep.
That right there is not democracy to talk about.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like, the people should be having say. If not, there should be a progress report. You know what I mean? Like a report card of how is your representative representing you in your district.
100%.
Proof in the
Accountability.
pudding. Yeah, accountability. See
Yep.
how much work you're doing, because like I told my representative, which is Calvin Say, I live in District 5. You know what I mean? And I told him that, like, I go to these neighborhood board meetings. You're never there. Never. You have a representative that's not even there in person. They're online on the Zoom. Now, how does that make it look? You know what I mean, for you as a peel-outician? Because that's
So
what they are.
disconnected.
You know what I mean? Disconnected to the
Yep.
people.
Yep.
And they hate on people like Augie T, Augie Toba and Andrew Tupolo, who are actually within the community.
Yeah.
Augie Toba been a comedian, been an actor. He's been there for the people forever, right? Making people laugh. Like I told him, like, you change people's lives. You know
And
what I mean?
he's against the 64%.
Yeah,
Big
he's
time.
against it. You know
Still
what I mean?
gets
And-
it though, right?
Yeah, he's against it, and Andre was against it.
Right.
Because they know that's not right.
Of course.
Well, while we're going through a housing crisis, a homeless crisis, a water crisis.
It's
you know
fucking
what I mean?
absurd to even
Our water is being
mention that.
poisoned right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and we still haven't drained it.
Mm-hmm.
They still haven't been held accountable to their crimes.
Yet
Right.
we're gonna fork over 64% increase in
64%.
money. You know, another thing
Was
like
that across the board, like a blanket increase for everybody?
So what happens was there is a little commission, a salary commission, that's appointed by the mayor and the city council members. This is where I brought up the truth to them recently, is that Tommy Waters happens to have two friends that's a part of it. One of them was his good friends with an attorney for years. You know what I mean? The other one was somebody that was a part of his campaign that was his former staff member. Now that right there should have any type of reason to stop that from ever happening.
it's a red flag.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
a red flag. It's a conflict of interest. Any other job would be like that, right? You know what I mean? If it happens like that in a courtroom where, hey, I know you, I represented you, I know your family, I can't represent
Fuck
you no
yeah.
more. Then why is it not the same way in that? They
Right.
should be held to the same standards.
Right.
You know, so this little salary commission sits in this little room. I've been a part of this thing from the beginning because it was quiet to the public. I caught word of it from my own people. And I was the only person inside this meeting by myself until my boy Michael Waters comes in. I'm like, brah, like the one person. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, wow, you're not even Kanaka, but you come in, it's for Hawaii.
Right.
You know, and he sees the problem. It's more than just a Kanaka issue. That's everybody sees me with my Hawaiian flag. Like, oh, bro, what's the Hawaiian issue? Anything on Hawaiian soil is a Hawaiian issue.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a Kanaka Maoli issue. It's an all Hawaii issue.
Yeah.
So 64% pay raise was that.
Yes.
Now, these guys sit in this room. They come up with this number. They kick me out of the room to fucking talk about it. And then they bring us back in. They already debated. They already put their little thing together. And they're like, oh, they're going to pass it. I already knew that. So I knew coming in there, speaking, it's probably not going to hit them. You know? So we'd have to wait until the council members get this and see what they say. Now, the council members, 7 of them wanted it, right? Or let's say 6 of them. Because Radiant Cordero, she's on the edge of it. But Augie Toba and Audrey Tupolo was the first 2 that said, no, we don't think that's right. The people should have say on what we should get paid. This and that. You know, but then you get people like Tommy Waters. You get Esther Kia Aina. Now, these are 2 Kanaka Maoli.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imua Kamehameha graduates. I'm like, bro, like, you don't see how we're getting displaced as a Kanaka? Like, you don't see that? We're moving.
They do, but their fucking pockets is full.
That's it.
You know, they're not worried
Yeah.
about that stuff.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
But would the 64% raise stop them from taking these cutbacks and these envelopes from these developers and all that? I doubt it.
no way.
No way.
There's no cap to
There's
it.
no cap to
Yeah.
it. There's no cap to corruption.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm noticing this firsthand now. Like,
Yeah.
I used to hear about it for years until I got like actively involved in it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like you've seen it from the
Yeah.
progress. 2015, Mauna Kea.
Yep.
You and brother Mike. You know what I mean? Like seen the whole change. Like everybody rose from Mauna Kea. I just stuck around because I feel like, bro, like if nobody's gonna say something, by all means, let me say it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Let me speak up for our people that's struggling. You know what I mean? Like these guys making 70,000, they're not working paycheck to paycheck unless they're living out of their means.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the
Right.
only reason why they can't afford to live in Hawaii. Because while everybody out here is making 40,000, we can make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
shop local. We support Hawaii. We
Yep.
go to the farmers markets. We get people who work in Aina. We barter. We trade. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like we
We
go
make it
fishing.
work,
Yeah,
bro.
we go hunting.
Yep.
You know, but they're outlawing all of that. All the culture practitioners, they're outlawing everything. You know what I mean? They're diverting water from our kalo farmers. For what? You know what I mean? To stop us from farming our own source of life right there.
Yeah.
You know, so that 64% goes to all that. Like, I just seen it as greed. You know?
Yes.
And then you see like I said, career politicians like Calvin Say, been in there for 47 years, agreeing to this. Of course, why not? This is your last term in office. You're
Don't
gonna
give
want
a
to leave
fuck.
with
He wants a
big
paycheck. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's already collecting from being the first Chinese American in the Senate office in the House, right? He was the first speaker.
No
And
shit.
he already told me, he's like, yeah, I'm already getting my retirement from the state. I'm like, so you just want to double up? This is just straight greed. This is corruption.
This is for his kids get
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
okay, what about the people that's been waiting on Hawaiian Homes list forever?
Well, speaking of people
know?
too, like I'll go to my daughter and I'll see her fucking lunch. I'm like, what the
Huh.
fuck are you eating?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Talk about like the lowest common denominator for the children.
Yeah.
I mean, the 64%. Let's submit 15% to the kids in their food and fucking watch. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I told him. I was like, bro, try pay off all the kids' breakfast and lunch and not them ever let them pay again because there's kids in the housing in the areas of poverty that are not eating breakfast, they're not eating lunch. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, like their families can't afford to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're trying to pack them something small.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, bro, like there's
They're trying to
back
make
in the
ends
days,
meet,
bro,
bro.
like,
Trying to make it work.
my was from the country, you know what I mean? So banana and mayonnaise sandwich. I always
Fuck,
tease
yeah.
about that. She's like, that thing was good as a kid. I'm like, yeah, but you shouldn't be eating that. You know what I mean? That's for the people who's struggling, but damn, they shouldn't be eating that.
Period.
You know, like I joked on earlier about like this is what they would feed us in the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's true. But in the system, you get fed better than the kids in school.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, like you
100%.
eat good inside there, and you eat as much as you like. The kids, they get a little paper tray with a portion of this, portion of that. Like you're looking at the food pyramid, but I guess that paper plate is a part of the food pyramid too. We got to eat that.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what
for
I
real,
mean? Like, our
bro.
kids are
Where does
starving.
that fit on a fucking
Yeah.
pyramid? My daughter comes home every day. I'm hungry. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
It went from 15 cents. Remember when we was cakey? It was 15 cents to 75 cents.
Yep.
I was like, bro, like for breakfast, that's not even a whole meal.
Yep.
Somebody get like a bagel. You know what I mean? Like
Cinnamon
a little
toast.
oatmeal. Yeah, like bro. Like,
And it's bullshit cinnamon toast, like white bread with fucking butter and and cinnamon and sugar and shit.
Yeah.
Bullshit, man. Like, bro, where the fuck is this money going? And
yeah, and that's my thing. So they'll make a collective over 400,000. You know what I mean? Total. Now they get 4 to 8 years on that.
Jesus.
Now we get 3 of them that are new to this. Like they're expecting. None of them spoke against it. You know what I mean? You get Matt Wire out of the North Shore. You know what I mean? You get Vicky Okimoto out of the Pro City area. You know, Aya area, and you had what was his name? Tyler Dos Santos Tam from the Kalei area.
Okay.
Like they're new to this. They just got elected, only 9 months in, and they're expecting a 19-year salary upgrade, right, of 64%.
Oh, shit.
They're new to this. They've only been here for 9 months.
Of
Now,
course they're gonna vote yes,
and,
bro.
and they're talking like everybody's gonna forget about this when it comes to election time. And majority of Hawaii will, because they're gonna do their little tidbits here and there to take their pictures, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, do the pageantry for the world. And
Right,
when it
right.
comes to election time, everybody's gonna be clueless, like they got hit with the Men in Black wand. You know what I mean? They're forgetting it. And
Bro,
that's
the money just went, bruh.
yeah, and they recently just got hit with another bill. I think it was 439,000 from some type of thing that happened. I'm like, so where are they gonna get that money? Like they're gonna tax us already on the rail.
Yeah.
That majority of us didn't even want. The
Yeah.
majority of us didn't want this hike of 8.7 billion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's fucking.
like it's so crazy, bro. Like
It's crazy
take-
how much
take-
people say, "Fuck the rail."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no. A lot of people say, "Fuck the rail." Like majority, like 10 people I walk through in the street, like, "Hey, what do we think about the rail?" Fuck the rail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that statistic alone, and yet it's still going through. So it's like, where is this fucking democracy? Where is all this shit we're talking?
You know what? All they did was shade Cam Highway for the evening drive home, bro. As
That's
long
the
as
only
you're driving
nice
home,
thing.
there's like it's shaded now. It's nice, bro.
That's the only
Thank
thing,
you,
bruh.
Mufi.
Bruh,
I don't know where you are now,
that should
Mufi,
be
but I
a
just want-
raised bike path. That'll be the best
Fuck.
thing. Put garden beds up there. Start incorporating that up there because, right? If you guys seen the video on the news of them riding them, buggers like that, bro.
What happened
It's
to
like
the
every
old?
single road in Oahu, right there. You know what I mean?
Get potholes
What
on
happened
the
to the
rail.
old bike path by Blaisdell Park?
Yeah, if you get hammered, you get hard time pushing in. Ride the rail.
Fuck yeah, guys. That'll set you straight.
They said I
Rail
saw a
proctologist.
news report that said none of the stations along the path have fucking bathrooms.
There's no bathroom.
There's no bathroom.
8.7 billion.
No.
And there's no bathroom.
Just shit on the rail.
Yeah, that's what I told everybody about. Like a young uncle I was talking to, he's like, bro, that's why I cannot ride that because I get bad stomach.
Yeah.
That's about shit where you like speed, bro. That's their fault.
Yeah.
Let them clean them up.
I mean, how
There's
can,
nobody even on the trains. It's all unmanned.
It's all unmanned.
No security. No like.
Oh yeah, dude. You imagine
Law
traps are
enforcement.
gonna happen on the fucking trains, dude. That's where all the drug deals are gonna happen on the fucking trains. Yo, meet me on the Everbound, dog. Fucking
Between station
I got
B and
this
C.
bootleg holo card.
fuck yeah. You're like, buy my food stamps. Meet me on the A train.
Meet you over there by Sam's Club, bro. The first stop.
Guaranteed. There's a fucking station right there, bro. It'd be so fucking convenient.
And that's sad because that's farmland before. I don't know if you remember back in the days, you used to have farmland over there, right across of Twin Towers.
Yep. And now it's all
All
gone.
gone.
Dude.
They leveled
Oh,
that thing
yeah.
out and they put, bro, like there's a stream that's why.
Wasn't there a school down there?
No, but that's why Ava right there, though. By Ava area. So I mean, that's culturally historical area too for the Aina. You know what I mean? That's when the Vai reached the Kai, the birth of life is in the area.
That shit's gone,
That's
bro.
all Hawaii though. You know what I mean? Everything is easy for desecrate. You know what I mean? Like I
Oh,
sit
yeah.
in these meetings and I watch the developers. Like what is that guy's name? Stafford Carr, right? I call him the developer of desecration displacement because they misuse the word affordable housing. Affordable housing is not affordable for everybody. You gotta be only on a certain gentrification. You used to be middle class.
Right.
Until the affordable housing came around. I made everybody either poor, where you're living in housing, or you gotta have 5 people in your household making money to live in that house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The
And that's
divide.
why I call out those guys, the developers, because they're working hand in hand with our politicians. That's why we call them politicians. I see them get hour and a half to speak, right? The developers pleading their story about making more high rises in Kaka'ako. Not to cater to us locals in Hawaii.
No fucking way.
No way. You know what I mean? All their advertising is like Haseko. It goes to Japan. It goes to Asia to get in the big money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it's been happening in Hawaii. You know what I mean? Like, we got to stop that already.
We see a lot of gentrification happening. We talk about that
gentrification.
shit a lot, bro.
Right.
You see, like, I saw in Waianae, we were just driving by his fucking house. I mean, right on the strip in Anakuli, beautiful fucking house. The guy must have dropped at least $300,000 renovating that house. And it's right next to a bad neighborhood. So I'm like, that's a B&B right there. Like, someone's going to rent that fucking house out.
Gotta be.
Guaranteed.
Gotta be.
Because of the beach.
And these guys are getting taxes now. I don't know if you guys seen that. They passed a bill through their budget. Now, these guys who own more than 2 homes, they get rebates.
Oh, yeah?
Now, the people who can't even get the home can't even get on the list. The people who are renting can't even get any rebates, can't even get any help. You got to go through all kind of loopholes to fill, you know what I mean, to be qualified, right? And then now these guys who own 2 homes and one of them are renting it, you get rebates. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow. Like, keep on making the wealthy more wealthy. You know what I mean?
Oh, guaranteed.
While we push out the people that are in poverty.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If not, we're going to look at the beaches. Look at your streets. You know what I mean? Just because you don't see them in your own neighborhoods now, look at the one next to you.
It's coming.
They moved them. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They kick them around. Like, the ones who's in Waianae, now they're in Kalihi.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're moving from they're not going to make it to Hawaii Kai.
Right.
Why is that? Because it's too nice and too expensive for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
The wealthy people get the money for boot you out.
That's the HOAs that have the security that will kick them out.
Private security, they're going to move you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so I'm starting to see like the whole gentrification, you know what I mean, in its entirety. It's not just from what I know as a cannaconversations being subjected to it. It's everybody.
You know, even like the Department of Education, right, for the kids. We have so much farms that we need to supplement with income that are failing. Why not give them a break and have them supplement meals or organic food that's healthy, local grown, to Department of Education? Have them buy exclusive through set farms.
They can't. They get, bro, their budget was ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna send you guys the budget. You can see like crazy, like 35 billion here. I'm like, damn, where are you getting the money from? Only gotta be from the people.
Yeah.
You can see on rate in your taxes, you're not gonna even notice. You know what I mean? Like electric, right? Like electric keeps on going up. Everything's getting old. The solar is being used, but there's no down on it. And I mean, I'm not trying to diss anybody in Hawaii Electric. You know, I know a few good brothers over there. You know what I mean?
They're still working. They're still working.
But it's just like the same thing. It's that government control, that Public Utilities Commission. That's the big problem right there. They're the ones who increase the rates.
It's a scam.
Zoning
and
commissions.
everybody got to work hard. Like, you see the guys working HECO day and night. One power outage, but this guy's getting called into work.
Yep.
Board of Water Supply working. Our infrastructure needs to be built first.
Oh, guaranteed.
Before you can accommodate the rest of the road to come here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's all they're trying to do, is make us a little resort. Make it so us people that born and raised in Hawaii are just catering to tourism.
Yeah.
Slaves. You know? Yeah. HTA gonna be POW. CNH is coming up next, right? You know what I mean? And for me, it's like, when you gonna let the people of Hawaii control the market? You know what I mean? Like, tourism, I get it. It's gonna be around. But there has to be a change in the shift of it. You know what I mean? Let the Kanaka lead the way.
We need more
You know what I
regulations
mean?
in tourism.
Show them different type of tourism. Hey, let come. The tour buses should be obligated to go to the beaches first to clean up before you guys take them there. Hey, Malama a little bit. What is 10 minutes out of your time walking the beaches to take a picture?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that should be like on the flight over, on the video, like when you sign your ag card coming over here. You guys should be mandatory watching this fucking video of how to take care of the place you're about to go. Cause
Don't they have shit like that on?
I mean, Jurassic Park had it, right? Like,
Don't they have something like that on flights to Hawaii from the mainland and
they
shit?
showed a monk seal on Waikiki so the tourists go swim.
Yeah.
That's the reality of the Hawaiian Airlines. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hawaiian Airlines ain't so Hawaiian. That's why.
You know,
It's not.
big corporation.
I mean, if you guys remember during Mauna Kea, they went up on their rates for the prices to fly up there.
Oh, yeah, they
While
gouged.
Southwest was giving it for free.
Yeah, they
dirt
gouged.
cheap. You know, so Hawaiian Airlines, Heva Airlines, you call that, but we you know, that's when us as the community, the smaller community within, come and educate them. You know, I used to be the angry Hawaiian going out there, but Holly, get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Besides that, no, I said, bro, you know, this is on sacred area. This is where da-da-da, you know what I mean? Explain to them, you know what I mean, about the Ahupua'a system, about why these monk seals are here, why you get so many honu, and why you should stay away from them.
Yep.
Instead of just about, like, all that hate stuff, that's the biggest problem. You know what I mean? I can say that for me, personally, that was the biggest problem for me. Like, you knew that. Like, when Mauna Kea, like, you went up there, you said, oh, bro, you got it's different up here about Kapoloa. Fuck, I never know nothing about Kapoloa. I still get problems
I
with
go
that.
there, bust some fucking heads.
Yeah, like, yo, what? Like, okay, dealing all like it, what? Like, I don't care about this. But then you go up there, it's like, it's really respecting the land.
Yeah.
Because we are the land. That's
And how we
what I
conduct
know.
ourselves, too, as Kanaka, right? You kind of go over there, guns blazing.
No.
We got to show the world that we're intelligent people and we can handle these issues gracefully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We kind of go in like, fuck you,
Yeah.
try. We cannot do that. And, Brad, that's a good thing because, like, that translates over to every aspect that Hawaiians are going to try and get their paws into. Like, we were talking about the cannabis, that cannabis day that they had, the Patients Day,
Oh, yeah.
where they're talking about fucking regulations and Kanaka's rights on cannabis. And, like, I told them, I was like, hey, it's not a regulation that the Kanaka needs. We need rights and priority over everything. And
Everything.
We had a couple guys chime in, like, okay, now how will you speak in the back? And, you know, I gave them the chance to speak,
I
but
thought you were going to say no.
no, deep down in
Shut
my
up back
fucking
there.
soul, I was like, no, go home. But no, this is fucking like we need priority to bring us out of that lower middle class into a new venture of agriculture. So it's not like we're not drug dealers. That's what we got to get in our heads. This is la'au. Like, we got to approach this shit with a sacred mentality so that we don't go belly up economically later on down the line. Because that whole fuck you, Holly, get out, that mentality translates, that angry mentality translates to competition. Now, when it's unregulated or unguided, I'd like to call it, people are going to conflict within our community. And it's going to give us a bad step forward where, we don't give these guys a license. They can't even handle their own shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I was preaching to them, like, hey, it's important to have a fucking guided system to where we can make our people successful.
Yeah.
We cannot send them into a venture in hopes that, well, maybe they'll make it, maybe they won't. Fuck that. We should all be making it. And this is the guidelines you should follow. If you don't, fuck it. You get busted or you lose your shit. That's up to you. But if you follow this criteria, more likely than not, we're going to be safe and we're going to be sustainable, you know?
Yeah, that's why they had that social equity meetings. And, like, my whole big thing is you guys talk about Kanaka social equity, but not one of them was a Kanaka on that board. You know what I mean? Like for instance, like, you know, I'm going to bring up his name, Randy Gauntz.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he helped out. He's an ally to Kanaka. He does the reenactment for us, you know what I mean? And he does it at the Iolani Palace. And he's Sanford B. Dole, you know what I mean? And I told him, like, I love you as a person, but I hate you as who you are, as you're acting. Yeah. But as of what I've seen within the Hawaii cannabis scene, I've seen him play that part too, right? You know, it's kind of like devil's advocate. Like, he, you know, I'm trying to get you inclusive, but to what extent? Like, where we have no voice. That's like everything that's been happening for us as Kanaka. Yeah. It's like, we want you guys to do this and that. We get the Vegas thing where Hawaiians get involved, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we're going to bring you guys culture out, but are you really bringing us out there? Or are you guys just using us? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For the look. Mm-hmm. Because when recreation comes around, you're going to sell Hawaii. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why not? You know what I mean? You guys already are.
Yeah, and they're looking at tourist aspect too. Yeah, it's like, oh, how can we market the native people as a destination? You know, and the product too. So it's like, let's come
all
here.
I hear is mumbo jumbo from like these meetings, you know, and I look back and I see like there's a lot of people advocating for dispensaries who has the big money. They can actually pay for all this type of stuff. If they need the location and the land, they'll go over there and give the money and have the history and the credit background, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yep. Everybody's working hand in hand with the politicians. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm the person that calls it out. Yep. Plain like it is. You know what I mean? Like, for anybody out there, bro, if you got something to say to them and you're afraid, hit me up. If it's logic in it, I'll say it.
You relay a message.
The Bear Jew. The Bear Jew.
But it's just like you see within medicine, especially in cannabis, there shouldn't be that type of much people's hands in the pot. Yep. You know what I mean? We get politicians getting involved. Oh, we're going to say this and that. No, bro. We need more farmers involved. We need more doctors involved. We need more people like educators involved. You know what I mean? Parents that deal with kids that are going through these health problems. Medical patients that are, hey, bro, this I need this for survive. You know what I mean? Yep. This is how you make social equity.
Yep.
You don't sit into a room that's closed only to politicians and big business. No. Because you're going to continue the path that California, New York City, everybody else has been following that ways. Now we can actually change that mode right now.
And like we've created our own
Yeah.
social equity basically on how our culture is designed.
Yeah.
So it's like, the barter system, the small mom and shop supporting local, that infrastructure has been in Hawaii for generations.
yeah.
So to take it away and to make it like a big conglomeracy is their fucking bad.
Yeah.
As far as the laws in cannabis, we're fucking blowing this way out of proportion. It's a fucking crop. It's a crop. Just like the nanas and the tatas selling fucking tanglada on the side of the road.
Cannamom guy.
You know
right?
what I mean? They can do it. Fucking who testing their lemongrass? Nobody. Exactly. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, this is a medicine. It's smokable. We should have regulations on how we test it. But at the same time, like, brah, if you like one fucking farm, run it. Get an LLC. Pay your taxes. Whatever you got to do. Your farm to operate freely.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck you like do, bro. You like sell your shit to a dispensary or you like operate straight out of your
Do it by
backyard.
the same code as Department of Health's been doing with the restaurants.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Red card, yellow card, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Like, do the compliance that way. Don't just show up at people's houses uninvited. You know what I mean? That's one thing that needs to, besides recreation, you got to stop the whole criminalization first. Decriminalize cannabis in general. You know what I mean? That should be the first goal.
That's fucking
and
absurd,
release the
right?
people who's
Think
been
about that.
serving time for growing a medicine plant for help the world.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people, especially Kanaka elders, they don't believe in that. They still see it as dope. You know what I mean? And as a drug.
Yeah.
Until they really do their history on it. And I came across that we as Kanaka had Pakalolo as La'olapa'o.
Yep.
We wasn't smoking it, but I had when Tita told me that the Wahine would use them in their private areas.
Yeah.
For swelling, for pain, and all that kind of stuff, right? Birth and all that stuff, which makes sense.
And May
what I
actually
mean?
dropped
Like a
some
comfort.
historical knowledge that the whalers brought it over, predating what we thought.
Yeah.
So it's been here forever. But, like that stigmatization that people have, the kupunas, of it being dope, it was because one way or another they were affected by green harvest.
Yeah.
A family member got their shit taken away because they're growing a plant. So it wasn't that the plant itself was dope. It's what the consequences of the plant that it brought made it the category of dope.
I
were
seen
also-
that firsthand, Mauna Kea.
Well, they're raised during the war on drugs and this
Of
heavy
course.
push to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's even more so.
Generation.
It has to start at the federal level because
Yeah.
once, even if a state makes it legal, decrim, all that shit, whatever, like, fuck, there's still the looming fear of the federal government coming in and be
Yeah.
like, we're putting a stop to this
Sanction
shit.
this, do this,
you know what I mean?
and
And
that,
But like,
right now, you might have a federal government that might be like, cool. But the way politics swing, next fucking round, it's gonna be somebody you don't like, and
But
they
you know
might
what?
drop the hammer on everybody.
Hawaii's unique because we're not America.
Yeah.
And a lot of people notice that.
I think the federal government might beg to differ, sir.
I mean, yeah, what you gonna do? Genocide one whole fucking island of 1 million people. You're not gonna do that, but you have people.
Don't say that because they would. You know what I mean?
I mean,
That's the question you
They're
ask.
already doing it on their own soil. You
Yeah,
know what
I mean-
well, they're doing it slowly within our water.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
But the mutiny is gonna get the voice will get out,
yeah.
and they'll know that this is some piece of shit work that's happening, bruh. And fucking, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it on that aspect. I think fucking, we're still gonna fucking produce.
Yeah.
We're still gonna be.
Speaking of the separation of the United States, I think that's some big thing that needs to be done. You know what I mean? You have to have more kingdom involvement. You know what I mean? Our own Hawaiian government. You know what I mean? We did things properly with our allies. I mean, but with the Hawaiians, the Kanaka Maoli, not seeing cannabis as a medicine, not everybody, right? I noticed that firsthand on Mauna Kea. So, brother Kurt,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? He had CBD Wellness Hawaii. And he gave me probably over $10,000 worth of products to go donate up there. Now, like, dry skin was one of the biggest things right up there. You know what I mean? You getting that cold chill, you get dry. and chappy. And he gave thousands of dollars of stuff, bro, like CBD oils and everything. And they almost tossed it. They almost threw it away, kind of thing. Like, it was like, yeah.
Because it's weed.
Yeah, it's cannabis. You know what I mean? I'm like, kid. Then I walked around with a box of like these little bombs, and I was walking up, giving everybody. And everybody's like, what is this? What is this? And I'm like, right, this is for you guys all dried up. You know what I mean? And CBD oils for the kupuna tent.
But if you had fucking
Pause.
if you had fucking Mickey's grenades of that,
Yeah,
everybody grab them out.
different. You know what I mean?
So
What are you thankful for?
I am thankful for people like you who's fighting, giving people that don't have a voice, who's doing the things that normal people don't have the time to do. You're making the fucking time. you're putting your foot down and you're supporting your home, and that is fucking what's up. So I'm thankful
Mahalo,
for you,
brother.
bro. Hell yeah, mahalo.
So what you guys puffing on anyways, man?
I don't even know what this is.
This is one I bred with Kalei. The sour diesel, sour face.
Sour diesel, sour face. Ooh.
I don't know about
Sour
whatever.
guy. You know,
Archives sour face.
I haven't
and
had
his
sour in a long time.
Yeah. I'm still
And-
working on it. I'm still
And
working.
the first sour I smoked in a long time was Crew Farmer Life. Shout out to brother Mike, Crew Farmer Life. She grew that outdoor organic sour that brought back the old days of what sour, like a bibbity, sour bibbity, like you know,
Yeah.
wet rag in the corner, kind of like
wet rag in the
you know,
corner.
it's sour.
And that fucking look is what you think, you know.
Yeah.
It's still like some of the descriptions when people use this, like describe the smell of weed. It's like, what? Why are those words you choosing? It doesn't sound appealing, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like the vomit bud, you know what I mean? Oh, bro, the vomit bud. I think smell like vomit. They're like, bro, what you talking about? And they smell, oh, yeah, you're right. Like,
That's what's up,
Yeah.
dude.
And I like it, but I don't like
Yeah.
vomit
Like
smell.
it.
But I like the smell of this vomit. I'm thankful for air conditioning. Without it right now, it's fucking a struggle. But normally, I live in AC, so it's nice.
Lucky
Thank
guy.
you. Whoever invented AC, Mr. Anderson Carvalho.
Anderson Carvalho, bro. That's the cause.
So it's named after, right?
I met him at the chicken fight, bro.
From Haula.
No, but climate control. Whew. It's hot in this motherfucker.
I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my wahine. My woman behind me. I call her the queen behind the scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes a lot to do with somebody like me. You know, I do a lot in this world. I'm very busy and very active, but I bring a lot of attention to things where it could cause friction, right? You know what I mean? My time away doing my events, or as be politically active and always cool air.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you bring that energy back home, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
it could cause craziness, you know, but
100%.
So what do you do to like when you come home to like decompress from like a particularly, you know?
So I get an awesome cat named Lucky.
There you go.
My cat will let me know that it's his time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like he keeps the craziness away, and my wahine, you know what I mean? Like somebody for me to be able to like just release, right? Like talk about like, I can't believe this nonsense that I see here. I mean, I can't believe probably did this kind of event, and you know, whatever it may be, right? She's there to like be like the Dr. Phil. I hate that guy. That guy doesn't even play on top of my TV at home. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's because of his voice. It's creepy.
Yeah.
These evening events. I'm like, bro, turn that shit off, man. It's like the devil.
Hotter than two pigs in a smoker.
Besides that, yeah, I'm thankful for her. You know, and what was that? Next week we make 16 years together.
Oh shit! Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So like she's been there through thick and thin. You know what I mean? I've been through the system most of my life. 14 years of my life I've been in the system. She's been with me 16 years. You know what I mean? So she's did time with me.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was in federal college. You know what I mean? I'm coming into the classroom, the courthouse. You know what I mean? I look into the gallery, and I see like, oh, a girl's there. Like I've never had that. You know what I mean? My mom, my dad. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, but like as an adult, nobody's there. You know what I mean? It was her and Capone. You know what I mean? Capone's Ultimate Detail. You know what I mean? Like, and like, wow, like actually somebody gives a fuck about me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's the one thing. Like, you know, people say they care. People tell you they love you. They use that word so out there nowadays. Like
Watered
aloha.
down.
Aloha is watered down. You know what I mean? But like, there's the genuine ones that truly mean it. You know what I mean? That's through the thick and thin. Like literally, she see me through thick and thin, through my alcoholism times, through my times in the system, through my times of me losing my daughter and fighting all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like the roller coaster. Like she was on the front of the roller coaster about to jump off. You know what I mean? But fucking stay back just a little bit more. Enjoy the ride. We're about to get there. You know?
It's almost over. It's almost,
It's almost
over.
over. You know what I mean? You've been through the bad stuff. Here comes the good times. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
Hopefully we can last.
Oh, he
60.
powered. He
You
powered.
know what I mean? Like,
Shout out to the strong women,
yeah,
man.
like the
Fuck yeah.
bipolar life of Al. Because everybody knows, you know what I mean? Like I had like some good times, you know what I mean? Like to anybody out there ever did wrong, my apologies. I'm supposed to be doing that at the beginning of this. I want to opono everybody. So if you guys see me on this live, well, that's that fucker right there. You owe me money. I do owe a lot of people out there, but just know it. I got you. But that was a long time ago, so you got past the answer.
Statutes of limitations.
Limitations, I know the law. But you know, like to the good and bad, to the real ones that been around, like, bro, me and my brother Kalei had the struggle of that. You know what I mean? Through relationships of other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm glad I reconnected them. Me and my brother Mike behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Because that's how we as canna, as men. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna take that stern stance on everything. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm right. You know what I mean? And for me, the pride in me was so strong that I wasn't able to let go.
It was more so a warning with you.
Yeah.
So you kind of called it. You warned.
Yeah.
And you warned properly. I didn't fucking hear that warning. That's my fault for not even like listening. I didn't see it at the time.
Yeah.
But you know, fucking sometimes snakes hide in tall grasses.
Yeah. And that's what we got we is, you know what I mean? Like I'm a firm believer of that word, or those words right there. We got we. It's to be there for people, you know what I mean? Even if we ever did headbutt, even if we ever did not see eye to eye, we gotta come back to the table one day and try to see if we can.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
If there's unless it's like real bad, because there's a few people out there. It's like you guys good on that side. Stay that way.
Leave them where
Drift
they
with the
are.
current and go far away.
Go fuck yourself.
Far away, bro. Far away, bro. You know?
No, dude, that's what's up, bro. And having that fucking ability to, as men, be like, okay, nah, fuck that. You know, this is the greater fucking picture. This is the bigger picture.
Yeah.
That small shit. Now, about moving forward, you know what I mean? That side, oil and water, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just gonna go and it's gonna separate, and
It's gonna be fine on its own.
we're still flowing.
Yeah.
We're still flowing in the right direction. That's the main thing. Everything keeps on going in the right direction. Mike, what are you thankful for?
Oh, Mauna Kea.
Yeah.
Every day.
Go.
That was short and sweet.
That was like a nexus event for a lot of people to become activated and like almost fucking spark like a renaissance of like.
That was Kaho'olawe all over again.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like a recalibration of Onipa'a for us
Yeah.
Hawaiians. Like we had to have that because everybody was kind of like social media took hold.
Yeah.
Everybody was off their own little side, but
But you
social
imagine
media.
if we had social media in 1993 during the 100-year walk, you know what I mean, with Haunani. I think that would have been like this.
way
right now.
different.
You know what I mean?
It
And
would have been fucking.
It was big. It was big. It was a time when people reconnected with people I never seen. I reconnected with people that we both did bad to each other. Like we was on the mount at the Kupuna tent. Like, bro, I love you, bro. Like, I love you too, bro. Hey, this is the best right here.
Yep.
Like, and we need that. You know what I mean? Like, I think there needs to be ho'oponopono hour with people.
100%.
You know what I mean? We gotta kuka. We gotta talk story. We gotta
People you care about too,
Yeah,
because it's
especially the
also
ones,
important to get rid of the fucking people that give you nothing but pilikia.
Yeah.
Those guys should be out, and then you focus on your loved ones. That hey, if you butt heads, spend the time to make it right because they're worth it. You know what I mean? These other fucking people, let them go, because in Hawaii you cannot save everybody, bro.
Cannot.
So just focus on the people that you love and the people you want to invest in, and give that time to
And
say
that
I'm sorry.
That pono-ness, you know what I mean? That thing gonna bring them back.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of that. Hey, some people gotta go separate ways until they see something. You know what I mean? And something that sparks in there, like, I need that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need that person's good vibes and good energy.
Right.
Like, for instance, me and my brother Bird, you know what I mean? We separated over social media fucking tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, good brother. I know him from bodyboarding. Know him as on farmer. You know what I mean? And it was just like, at that time, both of us never seen eye to eye.
Yeah.
And then it was just a random time, bro. Like, I was searching for waves, bro. I was like, fuck, I gotta get some surf. So go to Avamalu, you know what I mean? Get into the water over there. And the first person I see was him.
There you
I
go.
was like, bro, at first, sorry, bro. You know what I mean? He's like, sorry, too. That's it. We move forward. Bro, he just recently came out with us to catch a fire. You know what I mean? Brother was all like, he made me hype. Like, I mean, I was old man status. 8 o'clock came around. I wanted to go home sleep. You know what I mean? He's like, bro, you gotta stay around, bro. Like, I said, bro, Bird, if you older than me, and you bringing that energy, that I gotta hang around, but
Right.
yeah, you need good people around you, bro.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need positive people, bro. Like,
And to it, you got to know that like it's okay to disagree.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
totally fine. It's not worth drawing that out. It's fucking okay. We
If
disagree.
you're in a
we
relationship,
disagree.
all you do is disagree.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree, huh?
And she could smile about that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
She only smiling inside here. When she go home, like, you said about me?
yeah, yeah.
You had to say that
The
on
drive
the
all
podcast.
quiet.
Yeah. I'm looking at the road. I getting you home safe.
Yeah. You okay, babe?
Just let me concentrate so we both don't die.
Yeah. We don't crash into that pillar by the rail.
Yeah. Fuck the road.
But
Nah, yeah, that's good, dude. That's good that you can even see the fact that you wake up next to your woman every day and you still appreciate her, and you can reflect back on that. Like,
oh yeah,
we've been through some shit and you're still here.
yeah, we've been through shit.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, I was the one shoveling the shit on top of it. You know what I mean? Like adding water to it, but we've been through it. And that's why she got her own Aina boots, so she can walk her way out of the shit. Some days.
Oh man. Yeah, this is a perfect time. So, like, I don't know, there's 8 people on live, right? OGS, I wanted to talk about it on OGS.
Yeah, let's talk about your
just
shop,
a little
brother.
bit. Just a little bit.
Because I
just
didn't
want to
even
touch on
get the
that.
chance to even go there.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I see them all the time, you know what I mean? And every time you tell me, calm down, brother, calm down. And then, like, fuck, you wouldn't be working some days. I'll call up, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Somebody else, like, damn, but I was like, see, Kalei, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I got custody of my daughter, right? So, like, I had to be there for her. So I got to go pick her up from school and stuff. So I had to leave at 12:30 at OGS. But it was kind of like, it was meant to be, and it was a good fucking crash course in business and learning. So I know that sometimes there's hot and cold seasons with growers. There's some things that people take to, some things that people don't. And it was time for me to start my own and just kind of move and expand in that direction. So I decided to just start my own and just break way of OGS. That way I can have the freedom of kind of doing what I want to do with the business.
More say into your...
Have more say, more input, and it's like not really check in on anybody if I have an idea and want to do something. Plus, like when we started it was structurally all wrong. Like I wanted to do things a little bit different. The OGS catered to cannabis. And I didn't like that at first. I wanted to cater to all farming. You know what I mean? Like we're talking La'au is everything, food and medicine. So I wanted to have an avenue for people can come together, can talk, can hui up, and exchange information. Genetics with food, because that counts. You know what I mean? Yep. We're over here stuck in buying our shit from Monsanto making seeds. We're buying that shit. What about having other guys that have seeds and we can go and trade?
Yeah, seed stock. Yeah,
seed stock. Yeah. And then have that food, you know what I mean? We can talk about. Exactly.
We need a seed bank, you know what I mean, of our own.
And Ashley was saying that like people have farm boxes coming up. So what better to have everybody hui up together and be like, hey, we could do a business where a farm box, and we could birth another good revolution of people doing, organic farm boxes from Hawaii. That's just a small little avenue. So I just want that shop to be like the soil for other businesses that have the same kind of mentality as us moving forward. You know what I mean? I don't want any, we're here to buy, to trap, to exploit, and then I don't give a fuck about nothing else but making money. I mean, that's fine and all, but I want to narrow that demographic down. I want to keep that to the people that are doing it for the right reasons, not the people who are just going to pollute the area and not give a fuck about their people next to them.
Give the small guys a spot out there. Huh?
Let them go, you know what I mean? There's other spots for them that they can go. They can shop Amazon if they want. Fuck it, Yeah. I want it to be a local Kanaka-owned, Kanaka-operated store that takes care of Kanaka relations,
Nice.
And we're dealing with fucking farming issues, VI issues. We want to have alternative farming in the shop, like different techniques of farming. Whatever your situation is, we can make it work for you. Whatever you need help with, greenhouse-wise, I'm going to build a full functional greenhouse. That way people can have a full display going up and being like, oh, shit, I could do it like this. It's an 18 by 23 spot. I'm going to show people what I can do in an 18 by 23 spot. So if you have a fucking backyard, look at how much food we can produce in a small area.
Genius.
So
that's kind of like what Daniel Anthony did with the 5-gallon challenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you can grow a kalo out of a 5-gallon bucket.
100%.
And people are stripping because you're just growing monster kalos out
exactly,
of that. Mono
bro.
oozes. Wow.
Right. And it opens up the avenue for education, too, So people are like, hey, how the fuck are you doing this? Hey, dude, I can teach you how to do it. I can do an online course. I can just set up somebody to where I can give them the full run-through, and they can leave with a piece of paper in their hand, that SOP, that they know exactly, if I fucking forgot what Kalei was saying, I have an SOP in my hand, I'm good.
Yeah, I thought that was super dope of what you was doing at that shop though, because you was doing classes. You know what I mean, like genes and cultivar stuff. So I was like, wow, that's nobody is doing that.
Yeah, you have to do that, man.
As everybody knows, I was a part of Hawaii Cannabis Expo, and I would go to every single garden supply store, and nobody was doing what you was doing, and I thought that was very cool.
Every grow store out there is owned by someone that's not of native blood. Yeah. So that's another thing. I don't want to talk shit. But I'm talking shit. Where does your
interesting podcast? I'm just enjoying listening to you guys.
where does your care
I'm
where does your
enjoying them
care
over
lie?
there. No.
Where does your care lie? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, do you just want to, here you go, fucking buy it, get out my door, or do you want to fucking make sure that what you bought is what you're here for? You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I only got this small budget. I want to do this. All right, I can teach you how to work within your budget, and maybe I'll teach you a concept that you decide to scale up later on. Psh, no problem, you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's sustainable teaching. That's what stores need to fucking do. You know what I mean? It's not you buy my product and get the fuck out. I hope you know how to use this shit. You know what I mean? No, you got to make sure that they know how to use it on the way out, man, and it's gonna spread.
Yeah, because that's what they did to us before. You know what I mean? Here, grab this bottle of 1, 2, 3, and this is how you use it. You gotta. It's like, you're actually frying the crap out of my plants. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
I never know you have to use hydro for like what? You gotta use this and that. Like it's different stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and that's
That's why shout out to Carmi. I gotta give Carmi props.
Oh, Karma was doing her thing a long time. Yeah.
Carmi actually would take the time to talk to you about how to use the product you just bought. So she kind of set the template on how people should fucking operate, you know, on a grow store in Hawaii. That's how.
She give you the biggest hugs too in the world every
Bruh,
time.
100%. I don't miss, though. I was telling you this story. I was like, fuck, I remember buying soil from you and walking 3 blocks with like 3 bags of soil because I don't like the cops following me home, bro. It's fucking crazy.
They just be posted up outside the shop.
Yeah, dude. They be posted up outside the shop. Fucking nuts, dude. That's how they find the growers. You go to a grow shop.
Same thing they do to the alcoholics outside the bars. You know what I mean?
There you go, bro.
Wait for them coming. Yeah.
That's
There's
where
a
they get
law
the big
against
bus,
that.
you know
You
what I
gotta
mean?
be smarter than the ops, bro.
Yeah, I park fucking Kahala Parkland. I gotta walk all the way around.
Yeah, there's a law against that though. This guy is entrapment.
Is it really? Is that what it is?
You cannot be
motherfuckers.
staking out your location ready for you for leave. You know what I mean? Because that doesn't give them a reason.
What
Right?
about
You know what I mean? Because you have a reason to pull somebody over.
There's no problem.
Right?
what
There's
about
no
it,
probable cause.
using it as a tip to get to the grow site to survey the grow site?
No. So I mean,
Because I worried about that. Like that's what I was worried about.
to
Like
survey the
fuck
grow
it.
site as on sell site, as a soliciting site.
Soliciting site. Well, it was illegal back in those days. I mean, you talking
Yeah,
circa
yeah.
like 2004, bro. Jesus Christ.
They have to have like some sort of warrant to be able to tell you.
Yeah, but if they catch sales out, because people were
but
trapping
even
out
even
that.
right there, so they can come up to the door. Besides that, you guys have no entry without a warrant. That's search and seizure right there.
Right.
Because if they come out without the warrant, that whole case gets thrown out. Every single thing, every single time of you that you wasted, everything is on them now.
Right.
And that's probable cause for a lawsuit.
Right.
But like,
But
chef
shit,
knows, man.
fucking 19-year-old Kalei is like, fuck the police.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
them anywhere near me,
Yeah.
bro.
That's what I mean. Like, if the cops are putting in time to follow you from a grow shop, they probably already have shit on you.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
if they're looking and this
They're
guy's buying
confirming at this
fucking like,
point.
this guy's buying like 10 bags of soil and he get 2 fucking Gavita lights coming in. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, maybe you should go see.
Bro,
what's
we was young putting up tarps up in the mountain, you know what I
Fuck
mean?
yeah,
And carrying
bro.
out buckets of water. You know?
My Pio Gentry, you know where I get fucking bike factory at? I should put plants over there, bro.
On the side
Fucking-
edge, yeah, just to
Yeah,
calm
dude.
down?
I should hide plants over there and shit.
So I'm growing wildly in the neighborhood.
Yep. Because I'd ride bike past there, so I'll just go fucking water. Like I go to my boy's house. He live
That shit
the
worked?
villages.
It
and
grew?
It grew all the way to harvest.
What?
My first harvest was like fucking 14 years old.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was bullshit weed, but
Hey, you did it though.
we did it. We
We
did
was, we
it.
was growing that age. Yeah, that's about the same time.
The rambunctious
Yeah.
freshmen. You
I'm
know?
trying to think, yeah. Because my first time was...
You never like buy weed from seniors. That's why.
Fuck no, bro. They gonna jack me, bro.
Bro, my first time smoking was Pro City.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Virgilio De Maio.
Oh, dude, Virgilio.
Brother
Yeah,
Virgilio.
man.
Sorry, but I said your name, bro. You
And
own-
last name.
Yeah, it's my brother.
No, that's
Way back.
statutes of limitations, bro. He work Apria now. Fucking, he drive truck.
How old is
Yeah.
he?
He's
I mean, we have to be younger
He's your
though.
age.
40. 40.
Fuck, Crestview, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
Chris.
Oh shit, sorry, putting you on blast, but yeah, I went.
That's okay, man. You don't even live no more, man.
I think I went elementary
You
school
live
with him too, bro.
He
1740.
went Kanoilani.
You did, yeah, okay.
Virgilio went Kanoilani with us, bro.
Bro, it's Virgilio Konoelani, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's my right hand, bro, right there, bro. We was 8th grade going 9th grade, and we was going summer school Pro City, right? We was in Mr. B. Coy's class for PE.
Well, that's for burn,
We
Dad.
was taking PE. Bro. So
The original.
I forget
smokehouse.
Charlton's name, but
Charlton
no,
Ryan.
not Charlton Ryan, but Chauncey. His name is Chauncey. He was a senior. We was gonna be 9th grade.
From Crestview.
Crestview.
Yeah,
You know
Chauncey. Yeah.
So Chauncey, he gave us the
Chauncey has
first
some
herbs.
crip buds, bruh.
He gave us the first one was real.
Ah.
Hey, so a couple days after, because I got floored. I fucking was living out Miley Point, and I remember catching the 40 all the way to Makaha. Oh, bruh, last stop. Oh, I gotta get off. Like, oh, fuck, I was all scared. You know what I mean? I gotta get off the bus out here. So dark. Never have no lights on.
I don't
Makaha
like.
back then.
I understand what you, Mr. Bus Driver.
I gotta go back that way, bro. I live Miley Point. You know what I mean? So I catch the bus, but I fall asleep again. He wakes me up right by 76 gas station over there. Bro, your house right there. I get off over there, walk Coral Sands home. Now, I have to lie to my mom the whole time.
Oh, bloodshot eyes.
Surfing, mom. You surfing? Yeah, surfing.
Come here, let me smell your hair.
Fuck surfing.
Does it smell like ocean?
Yeah,
I don't see sand.
Hey, a couple of days later, I go see Chauncey again.
Oh,
For a dub, you know what I mean?
the rosemary
Or it
dub.
could have been I think it was a dime, or I forget what it was back then. You know what I mean? But was the fucking oregano with the Elmer's glue, bro.
Oh, that fucker.
Yeah, I get him. I'm all stoked to go in for jail. Go to the back. I say, bro, what is this? Now, my uncle then, they've been going Pakalolo all my life. You know what I mean? That's the first guys I ever seen. When I took one left in Hilo to in bathroom, that was on Grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they used to tease him with the funny looking cigarettes as a kid. So I was always around cannabis. So when I seen that, I already knew it was fake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
that was my first fight when somebody was 3 years older than me.
Shame on you, Chauncey. If I knew your last name, I'd put you on blast.
Yeah,
Boof.
that's okay, man.
Fucking guy.
Yeah, I wish I was trying to tell John Miner for go beat him up back then.
Shout out to John Miner, the muscle. Don't get Brother Joe involved. That motherfucker, you can get your ass beat.
Bruh, these are all names I haven't heard in so long.
Bro, me
Yeah?
too, bro.
Bruh, I grew up in White Peel, that's why. So I know all
Bro, I
these
used to
people.
cruise all over there.
Yeah,
bro.
Jason Shimmershine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's,
Fuck, that's
I
my
knew him.
good
Bro, I
friend
used
for
to, so I
kindergarten.
used to cruise at Jarrett Leong's house on the corner, on the top cul-de-sac, on the top left. And then Kurt Sumida used to live on the other side.
Okay.
Wade used to live somewhere else, like
Wade?
Wade Iwamoto.
Oh, no, not. That's the different Wade I'm
But-
thinking of.
Yeah, bro. I did some
you know-
bad things, bro, back then.
I was at
You know
Crestview.
Charlton?
Yeah, me and Charlton Ryan was like best friends.
Bruh, he used to bully me.
I was one of
Bruh,
those guys.
I get the
I was good
funniest story of
friends. I
Charlton,
was good
dude.
friends with his older brother. That's why I used to
Yeah.
skate with Shu
Bro, for real.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro, all the
they
time.
used to live right over here by Longs, down
in Pro City.
Yeah.
I never seen him long time. When he moved
Bruh.
to Vegas, that was the last
Yeah,
time
they
I
used
seen
to
him.
live, yeah.
But fuck yeah, he used to like put his cigarettes out on my backpack as we were waiting in line for the bus. Like,
Bro, I
bruh.
used to have my 2 little young homies with me. I used to have Charlton Ryan and Marco Shiro.
Oh,
Mark,
Bruh, fucking Marco Shiro, dude.
You know what I mean?
that's another name I never heard in a long time. That guy never liked me for the longest time too.
Bro, Marco
He's so
Shiro's,
cool,
Marco
bro.
Shiro's favorite outfit was brown Dickies, rubber slippers, and white T-shirt.
Yeah.
That was his fit.
The prison wear,
Bro,
guys.
every time.
Like, oh, Mark,
You know what I
what's
mean?
going on, bro?
He could fight when he was young, but I never thought he would be an MMA star. Like,
Yeah.
and he was smashing guys.
Tyson Naomi, knock him
Tyson,
out.
Nam, everything, you know what I mean?
Bro, it was funny. I remember playing dollar flipping Mr. B. Coy's class. Oh, I got $5. I look at Mark. He's like, liquid joint. I was like, fuck yeah, man. There you
Even.
go.
Even.
Steven, bruh. Fucking, he got his money back.
Yeah, Crestview was a wild era back in those days. CVC days, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I used to cruise to all those guys, like, you know, like,
Shout out to Uncle Angus.
you know, like that's the time of like
That's another one.
being on bully as a kid, you know what I mean? Cause I used to be all like that. Me, Daniel Tuakoi, them, all the boys, like that's what we thought was cool.
I think Daniel and Junior. Daniel.
Jr. Yeah,
I used to give them ride. They used to live White Peel too. I
Yeah,
see.
white people too. They used to
Bro.
have
Daniel
that
was the
road, that
coolest
loop.
motherfucker
I used to give
ever,
them ride
bro.
homes from school. We like just fucking hang out, bro.
Jordan Gomes, too, bro.
Bruh.
I think I was being bullied actually.
Had Ian,
No,
remember Ian with the long ponytail?
Ian, the breaker. He used to break
Yeah,
dance. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he does jujitsu at the kind. He's a.
Yeah, bro. Like I was tripping out, bro. Like those are some crazy times.
Did I not know you in this time? What
Bro,
the fuck?
I was bad.
Fucking
So-
see out, bro.
I don't know. I don't know how I never like all these names.
So
all
I
these
was in
people
and
is
out
people
of
I
the
knew
system,
and hung
that's
out
why.
with too.
I was in and out of like Kolau and TH and all that. I was 9 years old. I got arrested. Third grade. 11 years old. I was already in DH and Kolau. And I was going back in and out. You know what I mean? I would always get arrested at Highlands Intermediate. You know what I mean? And they kicked me out of Highlands for a little while. I went to Nanakuli. I got into a fight with their bully. I got kicked out within 2 weeks. Went back to Highlands.
Back to Highlands.
Finished my 8th grade. And then I was supposed to go Pro City High School because I didn't want to go to YNI. Even though I was living on YNI, I knew I wasn't getting too much trouble. All my friends out there.
Get a GE with a relative that lives in Pro
tried
City.
it. Yeah, we tried to use my mom's old address, my dad's address. He lived in Hua Ave. Bruh, Miss Alexander. Remember her?
I fucking hate Miss Alexander. If you're still around, fuck you, Miss
Fuck
Alexander.
you, Miss Alexander. I'll give you a big hug. Made my life on torment. But yeah, because of her, I couldn't go Pro City High School.
Oh, no
They
shit.
denied my geographic exception.
Oh,
But I was already causing trouble about it. Like, we was going to high school and, like, shout out to Brandon Bell, man. You remember Brandon
Yes.
Bell?
The name sounds
Running
familiar.
back from Pro
See, I
City.
gotta see him now.
So he
He's
was
a car salesman now.
Bro,
or
he
one of
was
the
a bully.
Insurance salesman.
I was on bully, but he was the bully. So they tried. Like, they were wrestlers, right? You remember how Percy had like the baddest wrestlers at one point, right? So there was wrestlers. I was 8th grade going 9th grade. There's 11th going 12th, and decided to do all these kind of wrestling things and like put me into chicken wings, all this kind of stuff. So I decided to go freeze shaving cream. I froze shaving cream, and I opened the bottom of the can opener and I put them inside their lockers.
Boom.
And everything expanded, and you could see the locks. Everything just came out foam. Right. So everything was messed up on their clothes, whatever they had. You know what I mean? The keys to their Honda, whatever they had driving
Hell,
back then.
fuck yeah.
You know, so they caught me. Bro, I was probably the fastest I ever ran on freaking Pro City track field, and I placed first place, bro. Track and field on that thing.
shit,
I
huh?
ran faster, bro. Every single wrestle football boy was chasing me on that field, bro. They pinned me down, bro. Toothpaste me, like I was, bro. I never know toothpaste could burn your eyes the way it did.
That's fucking
You know
classic,
what I mean?
bruh.
And me being the little punk I wanted to come back and beat them. You know what I mean? I wanted to bat them. It's like, bro, you guys don't treat me like that. Bro. So I came back with vengeance. You know what I mean? Then Mr. Bikoy and Mrs. Bikoy was like, you do that to them, that's what they do to you. You know, and yeah, they probably lucky for Mr. and Mrs. Bikoy, bro.
Yeah, fucking.
Because I would have picked up another charge as a juvenile. Back DHR go playing Skyini.
Back again, Mr. Medeiros.
Yeah, Uncle Chuck with your buck tooth.
What happened? Fucking guys in Pro City.
Same shit again.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah, Kamehameha. Yeah. Yeah, she got kicked out of Kamehameha in Pro City.
You went Kamehameha? What year? Oh, you was 1 year after.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I went Kamehameha through like intermediate elementary time, you know what I mean? Oh, Ikaika Ahu. Frick, what was his name? He used to break dance with us too, bro. Damn, I just read the Lico. You know Little Lico? Remember him? Little Lico. From my AL Pro City side though. I used to go to the Food Land. That was by Pro City.
Yeah.
Now it's like H Mart or something now, right?
Yeah.
We used to catch the Pro City B because I was living in Acacia Park back then. Yeah, you know what I mean? I used to fucking get into trouble at Haliola, Manana Housing. We were just talking about that the other night, bro. I got kicked off of Manana Base.
Nice.
Manana Base by Acacia Park. So there used to be a pool hall up there. You know what I mean? And they used to let us go up there as kids. And Estevan, bro. I don't know his last name, but that guy used to punk me out, bro. And he kept on hitting me with the poo stick. You know what I mean? I'm trying to shoot. He kept on hitting me with the poo stick. I remember turning the poo stick around, using him as a bat and breaking him on his back. And being escorted. I used to live at Acacia Park, like round the corner, right there. So I remember getting walked out. I didn't get drived out. I got walked out from the corner from the MPs straight to my mom and them. I was like, damn, I don't get lickings worse than I got.
I wish you would have hit me with the poo stick.
Hit me with the poo stick instead, bro.
You know, like Jesse and Jerry and Richie, they always
yeah, but JKJRS, bro. That's my boys right there, but
Fucking-
8250.
Yeah.
And Companion Lures.
Companion lures.
Yeah.
Fucking and
Bro, they
so
they know
funny,
me
bro.
as Kalohe Keaka. You know what I mean? If they know me as Keaka, you know me as a bad kid. If you know me as my Hawaiian name, you know me as a bad
Somebody
kid.
call you that in a crowd, you're like, oh fuck.
Bro, yeah, Keaka or Alfred Medeiros. Oh, fuck, bro. If you
That's
don't know
part
me
of the
as Big
system.
Al, Brother Al, then you must know me as something I did bad. You
It's
know
my
what I
past life.
mean? Yeah. Jack, yeah.
That's so
Jack.
funny. What the hell? I only meeting you now. Like, you know what I mean? That's so crazy,
Bro,
dude.
like, there's pictures of me, probably. But I remember that asshole.
That's that fucker.
Bro,
took
my
lunch
first
money.
word as a kid now, growing up, was asshole.
Nice.
Yeah, because of my ignorant cousins, you know what I mean? I thought it was apple. It was asshole. They just call me asshole. So my first word ever came out was asshole. And I decided to become one too, I guess.
There you go, bro.
Set the tone for the rest of your
The
life.
asshole doesn't fall far from the tree.
Like I tell everybody, I'm the hemorrhoid to the asshole.
There
I
you
irritate the
go.
shit out of you.
Yeah. You're that straight balloon off the side, bruh. I will fuck your life up.
Yeah, bro. So Jerry and Jesse there, bro, like,
Doing their thing.
We used to
man.
hang out over there at Acacia Park. They used to play guitar, like,
Yeah.
in the little fucking bench area. I think, I
yeah,
don't know what that was.
little
Yeah,
area
yeah,
over
yeah.
there,
Fuck, dude.
I used to live that first corner right there. Jerry and Jesse them was across me.
Okay.
And then you used to have Keone Rosa down on the right. We used to have Sean
Kelly.
Kelly.
Sorry, first and last
Sean
name
Kelly
again.
was
We're gonna have to
above me.
edit a lot of this
Sean
shit.
Kelly was above me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, second
Oh
floor.
shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Man,
still
let
in
Sean
five.
Kelly ride,
And
bro.
Reggie.
Yeah, that's family. Yeah, Reggie. Reggie's my boy. He used to live across first floor.
Fuck, dude.
Right, yeah, man. So Reggie, man, that was my. So we used to ride lower the bikes and lower the crew back
Yeah,
then.
he had all the cars, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is fucking a great
Yeah,
podcast.
I used to ride down Acacia Park with Schwinn. That was fully done from Buster's. My Pahu back in the days was Buster's, the only spot you could get low rider bike stuff.
No shit.
And I was one of the few that had metal pedals. And I used to fucking come down Acacia Park Road and just scrape them nighttime. Show all the sparks, you know what I mean? Go to the post office, cut through the area, check out the boys back there. Used to have Marcel Gonzalez living back there.
Shout out to Marcel,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Fucking gave my daughter a shit ton of gibbets, bro. Shout out to Marcel. He gave her a Crocs backpack.
I'm gonna use everybody's names, bro. We old already, bro. If you guys are afraid of using your name, that means you guys running from the law.
Yeah. Are you about to get served with some papers
You know
and
what I mean?
shit?
Just do your time, bro. Never mind.
Fucking classic, bro.
Take accountability for your crimes, bro.
Blast from the past.
Even if it is mail fraud, impersonating a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So like back in those days, it was different. Pro City. Yeah, people thought Wine Night was bad. Pro City is where it started.
Yeah.
Like I've been through the whole the epidemic, right? You know what I mean? Like I seen the ice epidemic start in Pro City. You know what I mean? Like Wine Night may have been like where the deals was going down and where they was flossing the big chains and lifted trucks. But Pro City is where they was cooking this shit.
Yeah.
And this thing was very like crazy back then. Like doesn't matter if you was down dead end Lehua Ave across the Club Patties, or you was all up in Palisades. You know what I mean? The whole area of Pro City to Aiea to Salt Lake, Meters and Mauna Loa was bad.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I see it now within like the fentanyl. You know what I mean? It's doing that same
Oh,
thing.
fuck yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean? And it's because everybody's trying to try shit other than cannabis. Man. Stick to the natural stuff. Cannabis, mushrooms. You know what I mean? More natural stuff. Like ava, kava.
Oh, Ava, bro.
Forgot my 1 gallon today.
I still get that Fijian one you gave me,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, that's the one.
I savor that fuck
Waka.
because
Yeah.
I feel it's like
Mike knows, bro.
fucking numb,
Yeah.
bro. Like Jesus Christ.
Mike is a part of Ava's Anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh, remember the
Believe in
the
Ava
lockdown
greater
days.
myself.
Remember the COVID days. The Zoom sessions.
These guys are Zoom session Ava all the time, bro.
No shit,
Yeah,
huh?
they would always Ava.
That was good fun though.
Yeah, the
That was good
alcoholics
fun.
it was.
Alcoholics. Bro, you mix them with the fucking coconut water, and
Yeah.
that was fucking.
It
holy
was
shit.
turned on to that to brother Steven. You know what I mean? Brother Steven. He we call him avocado. You know what I mean? Because he started doing coconut milk and making avachinos.
Whoa.
Bro, the thing was amazing, but after 6 cups, you stay on the Ava toilet.
Hell
You clean your whole system out, bro, guaranteed.
No shit, huh?
And he's like, oh, we just do coconut water, and coconut water was the best.
Yeah.
Like, it
The
tastes so
condensed
good.
milk. Oh,
Yeah.
the fucking
But he was
condensed
making
milk.
bro, it was amazing though. He was making.
Sweet after, yeah.
But
What do you
I'm,
think
I'm,
about the flavored ones?
I'm dairy free. You know what I mean? Like lactose intolerant. So
Oh yeah, I be blowing ass,
yeah, I be
bro.
talking. Start like, 1 second. Whoop, just drift away.
Get the fucking the dude face.
Yeah,
like, I gotta go.
yeah.
Oh, my
I noticed that
stomach.
every time in Halpia. 1 piece Halpia, I'm good. 6-piece half tray, I'm done.
Bro, I started getting that way with OP.
Oh, because of all that.
No,
bro.
like OP, like if I eat a lot, oh my stomach just fucking turns, bro. It's just too rich for me. I love OP. I can only have and you know what? When people scrape the shell off, that drives me fucking crazy. I'm sorry, all baby
Bro,
luau's.
suck that one and just boil them.
Oh, it's for some reason when you shell the OP and then you eat it later, it tastes different than when you just have the shell on. And
Gotta have the
whack it
shell.
yourself.
This
Yeah,
thing straight. That's like de-oystering an oyster, taking out the meat from an oyster.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Bruh, I seen the oysters in a jar. I'm like, you guys just shouldn't ruin that.
I don't like them.
There's
Fuck
no
that.
flavor.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And plus, you can't hold and put your chili pepper water inside.
There you go. Yeah. I like the cup coming with my food. Yeah,
That's the apple right there.
there you go, bro. Nah, man, I see a lot of people like off subject, but I see a lot of people in Hawaii like stepping up the game with growing weed, bro. I see like on Instagram, especially like humble people coming up. They're doing their thing, you know, and they're doing it properly. How they're okay. I fucked up this round. I know where I fucked up, and then apply on the next round. And next thing you know, like, oh, you can see it in their Instagram, like,
Yeah.
shit's getting good and good and
Hey,
good.
shout
man.
out to this guy Bud Naked out there.
Yeah, taking
That
the
guy
best
taking dope photos of him though.
photographies.
He making him look
Talking
way
to
better.
the growers.
He's still making him look way better, man. Kind of.
Thank you.
Kind of like catfishing people out there. You know? Like, damn, this is the one that he posted. This does not look like it.
Right?
How many filters did he
Wizardry
put
is
in?
this?
Yeah, there's a lot of good farmers out there. I see Moko Keave. They got some incredible farmers out there. You know what I mean? Maui.
Yeah.
Over here, but you know, like I would see you like back in the days, like bring out the guys that was hidden. Like we was doing sessions before there was sessions. We
Yeah.
just doing barbecue painas. You know what I mean? Everybody would come
That was
out.
legit.
Yeah, and it would be like a new farmer to come to the table, like, bro, you grow. And then I would go to the person's house, you know what I mean? Hey, like shout out to little Chan, you know what I mean?
Chan,
and
man.
showing me his little closet grow. I'm like, bro, this is pretty cherry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, I was like, bro, like it's just everybody else. Like, brother Mace was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was. I would never think Chad would be where he's at now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Mhm.
Like Chad is doing a lot of different things in it. You know what I mean? And big shout outs to brother Chad Miller.
Chad
I know
Miller.
we had hit head bust before, but we gotta talk story. Pono.
He's Chad's doing his thing, man. He learns from the proper people. He went to the mainland to go learn. He's doing his thing. So
I seen him.
yeah, and it's important
Mad
that
chiller.
he stays on the right track. He stays pono. You know, it's important that like what he's putting out, he keeps with that quality. He makes that his number one. And bro, the sky's the limit. He can do whatever the fuck he
Yep.
wants to do. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of great farmers, bro. You know, like I see the salt growers. You know what I mean? Because I used to do salt grow.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I used to help out with a lot of different guys grow. Fuck, I mean PGR grows. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm gonna be real with it. There's a lot of people out there still smoking PGR because their farmers not being real with them. You know what I mean? And that's why like I prefer the more organic or the ones who tell you what they're doing, right? You know what I mean? Like
100%.
I love the way that you post about it. I'm adding this nutrients to it because you're the first person I've seen like grow it in this stuff over here. Try it in this stuff. Oh, we're going pure organic over here. Or we're going with bottle fed with this. You know,
Right.
it's interesting because not everybody does. It's a hard thing to do, like multiple too, because you're gonna be tempted to, but fuck, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here's a little bit of this.
It's easy
Yeah.
money when you can just lay and pray and put inside.
Yeah.
But there's like I brought a local boy. He lives in Colorado now. He did the tissue culture class, right? Seed is art. I don't know if you saw him around, but
I think I seen him at the expo.
yeah. Chaz, he's a fucking cool dude. So he came down. He did the tissue culture. He's like, Kalei, organic synthetic it can be relative, but what you do with it on how much of a scale and what your demographic wants from it.
Yeah.
So it's a business decision when people use the salts because the degree of failure is very minimal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They like
Especially-
the look too, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, can put a look with that.
Oh,
salt.
and that's another thing that like people are misguided on the look. And we always talk about this shit where, they see in the bag, they're like, holy fuck, oh my god. But it's easily to bring that shit out once you have something that can bring that out. You know what I mean? So if you're salt feeding it, you should have this. If you're able to control indoor environments 100% of the time, you should have that look to it, you know, along with genetics.
That's why I'm the small kanaka within my ohana. You know what I mean? Like I went that route.
Right.
Instead of like my dad them pumping weights and you know what I mean, eating raw meat kind of stuff. Like I went with the cannabis and
Yep.
here's the fatty foods.
100%,
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like it changes the whole demeanor, the look of it, right? You know, so.
And I was telling people, like, you know, with PGRs, there's paclobutazol, tricantanol, you know, those products that come with those already in, that's proven to be carcinogenic. What I learned from Chaz also is there's organically derived PGRs, alfalfa. There's a lot of things that can be fermented and put into your plant that'll still give it the PGR, what you need,
To have that growth.
without having a carcinogenic feel. Because all PGR is a enzyme to get a hormone response out of your plant, right? To get the heavy stack and everything's going like this. So you can get a PGR response not with a bottled nutrient. You can get a PGR response with something organic too. So it's what you put into it. Yeah, it's like what heavy metals linger on from what you're using. So I know that dispensaries in Honolulu, I won't name which one.
Noah.
No fucking way.
No fucking way. So you fucking asshole.
Why, they're not a sponsor.
No fucking way. It better not be, bro.
So-
I scooted my head out of here.
No.
So yeah, so they
guys working with the
do
corruption, huh?
they do this ag salts they use ag salts, right? Which is super cheap, and if they're doing it in a mass quantity, yes. But
They're also flying in that herbs too, man.
they along with brokering, they need to they need to say what they're doing. You know?
Wait. Are you alleging that a legal medical dispensary is flying in weed from the mainland and selling it in their stores?
I mean,
I'm
That
not
sounds
alleged.
highly
I'm not
illegal.
allegedly nothing.
That's
I mean,
highly illegal.
I mean, if there's loopholes, you figure that these guys are former trappers probably too, huh?
I know that the genetics was outsourced. The genetics was pulled from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
That's why they got the cookie corner. So they,
we're talking about them.
yeah.
No fucking way.
So it's all good, man. Like shout out to Fresh Farms, and Fire Farms. So the Maui boys,
Oh yeah, I heard they
Killing
got
it.
the corn.
they're
Like-
killing it, bro. They're killing it.
And they're part of a dispensary too, right?
No.
No?
No.
Damn.
They're strictly
See, that's why we need
collective.
collectives.
They're strictly collective,
Yeah.
but they have the most unique crew. All their crew loves each other, and it shows in their product and how clean their facility is,
Nice.
and how
much?
well
Like,
they
are
do.
they all in a polyamorous relationship together? Or are
That's
they
a
just
that's
like
a fake word. Okay. No,
they
No
Morm-
fucking
are they,
way.
Are they Mormons? No. Just kidding.
it's
just kidding.
polygamy.
Yeah. Just
No,
kidding.
they're all super good friends, and they really work well with each other. No, it's a really positive environment.
Yeah,
when
that's
they
cool.
step on. So it translates to their product. They won all the cups. They're fucking killing it, dude. So shout
did
out to
win a
those
lot, yeah?
guys. Yeah, dude.
So I get something to say about these cups. There needs to be other inclusion.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, there's the same people in every cup that I've noticed lately. Nothing against the cups, nothing against everybody involved, but it should be like, bro, give another person a chance.
Is there like a barrier to entry that keeps like smaller
Yeah.
farmers out, or is
No,
it
but it's
just, like,
cool.
not
It's cool to
open?
compete because
Yeah.
you compete is to collaborate too, right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like somebody comes around, like, hey, what did you do to get that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To bring out those terpene profiles, to get those trichomes that's blistering like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, but we need to get like the guys that don't want to be seen. You know what I mean? There's some uncles out there that grow to fire. You know the guys.
Yeah, there's guys, man,
Yeah.
that fucking don't want to be heard.
Anonymous.
You know.
They want us to remain.
You know, because
Incognito.
we're not really like in the end, we're not really showing off Hawaii's finest.
No.
You know what I mean? We got the Hawaii selective.
Yeah.
You know, because that's really is. It's only a few that's getting involved because not everybody wants to see the cameras.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And but how can we do that? You know
yeah.
what I
Right,
mean?
that's a hard one.
You can have a representative. You know,
Or
what I
is
mean?
there a way they can enter it without like
Well,
you know,
there needs to be a
publicizing it?
There needs to be a organic subject to it. A little side competition.
Yeah. There should be separation in what it was, right? Yeah.
What do you call it? Like a fucking category.
Yeah, salt grown here,
Organic.
indoor hydro,
Yeah.
outdoor Hawaiian sun grown. See, that's one thing too that used around loosely is Hawaiian sun grown. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, Hawaii sun doesn't make it Hawaiian sun. In my personal thing, when Hawaiian gotta be the one who farming,
Mhm.
that's how it gotta be. In Hawaiian soil, sure, but when you say Hawaii, because I know this firsthand, but people are shipping stuff in and it's putting on labels saying Hawaiian sun grown Hawaii. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the time.
We talk about that shit.
You know what I
white
mean?
labeling.
Like I see it all the time. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, bro, you guys gonna use that because Hawaii always gonna sell,
Oh, guaranteed.
and you gonna trust it's grown here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like we gonna bring up no fucking way. That's how we wouldn't think that they would mail them in or maybe fly up there and come back with it. You know what I'm saying? You would never think they would drop a 45-foot container loaded. You never know. You don't know, but we could assume. You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden that cookies thing came out very quick.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you know,
but
Promotion.
let's just say allegedly
to
this
delivery.
is what's going on. I
I'm a
mean,
big proponent
how
of
is it
everyone
that
getting their
people
medicine,
like
but at
Yeah.
the same time, like, you got to do it properly. You got to do if it's medicine you're calling it, you got to treat it like medicine. So,
yeah, since when did cookies get into the medical game?
Yeah.
it's not, dude.
This cookies is not medical.
The
Cookies is
dispensaries are wrecked.
recreational.
The dispensaries are wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dispensary's been wrecked. I mean,
They've
you know, I used to be
teased
one of
out
the
their
organizers
eyes.
of the Hawaii Cannabis Expo. You know, I mean, I stepped away from it because a lot of politics, a lot of commercializing of Hawaii, but not putting Hawaii on top of the map. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have put people like Kalei over here, the grow guru, on top of this thing. Oh, but we go bring in flying guys that are, you know, a part of You know, some well-known magazines, known grows. You know what I mean? Have books, which is great.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't shine the light on them, in my personal way. When it's called the Hawaii Cannabis Expo, it should be about Hawaii farmers.
Yeah.
Because the guys that are not from here, they don't know the way the weather is. They don't know what kind of bugs we're dealing with over here. You know what I mean? The change of the sporadic weather if it's outdoor.
And they're usually trying to do it to exploit the name of Hawaii.
Yeah,
right?
that's all they're doing. Cultural appropriation. Like we caught that with Cookies. Cookies had a Hawaiian breeze strain that they were going to drop. They pulled it off because we called them on it. It's like, cultural appropriation, everything.
What's his name?
Burner.
What,
Huh?
what was the guy's name?
Oh,
Oh no,
Burner.
sorry.
Burner is
yeah.
his name.
Burner, yeah. Cookies.
Oh,
it's called
oh,
Hawaiian breeze or something.
Oh,
Yeah, they're trying to come up
yeah.
with yeah. I have the video somewhere. I'll send it to you later. I was going to post it because they removed
Oh,
this
you heard it here
whole-
first.
This whole thing. They put it out there and then they removed it. But I had everything recorded before that. Because that's what they try to do with everything in Hawaii. They put a little name to it. I was a part of a business that said Hawaiian in it. The owner wasn't Hawaiian.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I've been a part of multiple things like that where
fucking record
where they
scratches
use
at
that.
that point.
You know what I mean? Like I come in, I do Oli now. You know what I mean? And I see how they use that. Like I never realized that before. I never took notice to like cultural appropriation and just being used as like a tourist attraction. You know what I mean? Like hey,
Not
bro,
only
right
that,
here.
used to be like using your connection with the local community
Yeah.
as a way for them to get into the local community.
Yeah, that's what I was a part of a big thing. You know what I mean? Back then, that blew up a strain, and I was the Kanaka that's connected to the Hawaii community. That was out there branding it. That was out there promoting it. You know what I mean? And it was pretty much connecting somebody that's from California to the Hawaii boys. And I stepped back. I seen that. I was like, wow, that's what they do all the time to us. You know, but within the cannabis scene, it's a lot more. It's gentrification like that way because they're separating. People don't even know who's really Hawaiian, who's Kanaka, who's local now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because everybody putting their little stamp on them. Like they got the
100%.
islands on there, the HI, 808, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. But some of these guys coming in from Florida, California, Washington, whatever.
Yep.
You know, and it's pretty crazy.
And all they're doing, some of them, they're not growers. They're receiving.
Bye. Thank you.
They're receiving packages.
A big shout out to Small Kind High.
Yeah.
For keeping us
Small
big
Kind
time
High
high.
supply.
Big
of
kind high.
all kind, big kind.
All kind of high.
All kind. And
No, yeah, the guys that just
Solidify,
solidify.
bikinis. Sponsor my wife, please. Fucking bikinis is expensive.
Fives,
I
yeah.
just like her only in the G-string, but we can't go out like that.
Yeah. That's when the Pareo combination comes into play.
Because if I go out with the Malo, she's like, hey, what you doing? Bruh.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But that's the thing. In the cannabis world community and all that shit, in the lore of cannabis and the history of cannabis, Hawaii has a big role in that. You know what I mean? So eyes are on it, and it's like they're waiting to
They're
pounce.
waiting.
They're waiting to
They're waiting.
get in and do whatever they do everywhere else in the world, right?
I recently seen it on like a very prominent Hawaiian page, you know what I mean? It talks about mainly like Kanaka issues. And I see, well, cannabis be the, I was like, whoa, all of a sudden, the talk is about this.
Yep.
Now, my thing is, what about the land?
Mm-hmm.
Because we opening the doors to outside for come in and just monopoly the whole thing.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like they talk about social equity, like we said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But in these meetings, they're not looking at the social equity part of it. They're looking at the money. You know what I mean?
100%.
And yeah, that's all they see is commercializing Hawaii.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's when the big guys like Cookies and all. I mean, they already planted their feet here. They already was scouting Kauai. They came to Oahu. They found a dispensary that was down to do dirty stuff. In no fucking way.
Yeah.
And that's the way. Like, I mean, that was their way into Hawaii. You know, like, hey, bring in my brand. Now let me just pump. Like, they got a new strain. I get these emails all the time. I'm sure everybody who's signed up with it too, bro, they get these emails from Noah. And they're like, bro, the 28 strain this year. I'm like, God damn, another new strain. Like, how big is your guys' grow facility? If you guys are cracking down on the small farmers, did you guys extend? Did you guys have more? Did you guys double up? Like, yeah.
These are all great questions.
They do the Miami Mango Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miami
What is
Mango.
that?
Yeah, the Florida guy.
The Florida guy. But they do top and bottle grows. So utilize the space, right? But that would be fine. Okay, let's say dispensaries exist.
But we cannot do that.
No
That's small
fucking
farmers.
way. And
we
that's-
cannot double up on the 1010 just because it's on the second floor. Because if that's the case, people will be owning apartment buildings. KPT, let's go.
Yeah. Bruh, I go
B
straight to
building.
Lehua because there's so much
I got that
fucking
B building
places.
haze. The
Make sure you-
Kush coming out the back door.
right?
Right?
Make sure you brush your teeth. Bruh, fucking, there's a lot of directions we can take it to. Like, let's say dispensaries operate. Okay, cool. You guys are operational. Yeah, people get their medicine. But like I said, they're stopping us from doing our fucking thing.
Yeah.
Black market. We've been black market since the fucking 70s, bruh.
Yeah.
Don't touch us. Let us go. Even if that black market's a thing, let us go.
But
It's
what
not-
you're basically asking the government to do is like allow us to break the law.
No. So
Just stop busting us for breaking the law, damn it.
Okay,
It's not fair.
First of all, your laws need to be changed.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
laws don't even govern things in Hawaiian
No.
Kingdom. Too.
Right.
No. Yeah. The laws need to change. Like that's where it starts. I mean, like
Well, okay,
fuck.
no,
yeah.
the laws need to change. We all know that, right?
No jurisdiction.
We can we can go around that and be like, okay, now let's allow mom and pop shops. Okay, Hawaiians now need to be like, okay, we have first dibs at
Got 'em.
starting this mom and
Got
pop
'em.
shop. There's no minimum buy-in, or there's a certain amount that's realistic to the buy-in, not fucking $4 million up.
Yeah.
You cannot do that.
That's why they got to separate that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people, this is their residence.
Mm-hmm.
We come from here. This is our home. This is where we're going back to. This is where our people come from. This is where our blood comes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole different... That's why the Hawaiian word is thrown out all the time. You know what I mean? Like, Hawaiian growing. I see people using, like, Pakalolo within the thing because they live in Hawaii. All this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just interesting because it's like... Yeah, I wish I could do that. You know what I mean? I wish I could just use a different thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like Japanese ganja.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because of
that
why?
feels wrong.
That's not right. You know what I
I'm
mean?
Japanese too. That would still feel
Like, yeah, I
wrong for
wouldn't
me
want
to say that
like,
shit.
Yeah, like,
It's not grown in Japan.
like
How do you feel,
Bro, I
Eric?
got
Well,
that, I
thinking
got that
about it, I'm
Mabu
thinking
Hai
about-
Mendo. The
But I mean,
Mabu Hai Mendo.
I mean, would you? I mean, isn't that kind of the same thing as
Kamikaze
trying to like
Kush. Yeah.
have a ranch here and trying to lie and say it's Wagyu?
Right.
You know what I mean?
right,
It's that's
yeah.
kind of the equivalent, right?
Well, you bring us down to artisanal cannabis, right? We
Yeah.
talk about artisanal cannabis. Location counts for artisanal products, right?
Oh, it does.
Sonoma Valley wine, Napa
Yeah.
Valley,
all that
makes it
orange,
artisanal.
Agent Orange sprayed stuff out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's you're significant. You're making it significant that this is grown here and nowhere else.
Yep.
So this is what makes my product stamped. But now everyone's throwing that Hawaiian sun-grown shit out like it's artisanal. It's not,
It's
motherfucker.
not.
It's not. It's not.
I hear them saying that. You know what I mean? I'm like, bruh.
Could
It's
they make
just
it a-
grown in Hawaii, son.
Could they
Yeah.
make it a thing like, or like champagne has to come from wherever champagne is in France or some shit?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Shut
They've
up.
passed a law. I know that it exists that like protects like people from trying to like fraudulently make like Nihao shell shit.
Yes.
Like Nihao shells are like designated and like specified as a thing. Like you can't fucking say something that it's this when it's not.
Yep.
of course.
Like, could there be possibly room for that kind of law to protect Hawaii cannabis? You know what I mean? In that sense, like, you can't be going around parading or bringing in
This
shit
should-
and saying it's this and
This
it's
should
not.
definitely do that.
It should be around anything that is like in that sense though. Like, you know what I mean? Not only within cannabis. but within
Hawaii.
Any goods,
Kona
right?
coffee.
Yeah, Kona coffee.
I think there's a
But
thing
like
that exists
Maui
for that. too.
chips. Like, you know, I never even know Maui chips was not even from Maui, bro. That's one of my favorite chips before.
Not anymore.
some bullshit.
It started
Like,
though,
bruh,
right?
It just tastes like onions. And
a
like, oh, Maui onions.
Hawaiian sweet rolls.
Not anymore.
It's not.
all
I was
the-
like,
yeah.
bro,
That was
like,
Torrance, California,
yeah,
bro.
like, damn.
But
like,
didn't
bro,
they start
pineapple is
local?
not even ours no more.
Didn't they start local though? All of those things they
No.
started small. They never
No,
were.
the Maui one and the Hawaiian sweet bread wasn't.
Huh?
Only Loves was local. Kalihi.
Damn.
Middle
Then
Street.
shut that fucker down,
And now
bro.
it's in Oregon. Because Oregon get plenty of land. Like, that's where a lot of my brothers I know out on the west side, they're into construction and stuff. And that's where they started buying their land. Bro, it's so cheap. 33 acres for like $33,000. Like, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Like, and they're starting their little Hawaiian communities. Like,
You can Oprah that bitch.
Yeah.
over.
Plus, if you operate and get things shipped into Hawaii,
Damn.
all gotta go West Coast first, right, and then come back. So
Yeah.
might as well just go to the West Coast.
right? Stay one place.
Ship it yourself later.
Yeah.
Brad, lumber in the Pacific Northwest is bananas. It's
Like
so
cheap?
cheap, dude.
Yeah,
Can we
not
get it
over
shipped
here.
from there?
That's what they're doing. It's called Home Depot, Doug, and that's why you're paying a fucking arm and a leg.
No, but you know how they have, you know how they have those like third-party shipping companies that you can like hire to like mail shit. Couldn't you like go through one of them?
Brad, put it this way: from my shipping company, from my shop, if I was to load a container of fucking lumber, I might as well go to Marisco's and buy that fucker right there, bro.
It's the same amount for shipping. Unless you get one of those connections through stevedores where like the boat is free.
Or like exactly. Or
You cannot just ask a local dispensary to include it with their next shipment. Just like, throw in some lumber when you ship that shit over next time.
You can stop
discounts like that. Like, I mean, military has that.
Every
military doesn't have the registration like how we have. You know what I mean? None of that kind of stuff.
No.
every
Yeah.
military
Should get
perk,
that kinda-
Kanaka should have a military perk.
Yeah, the military's perk should be taken away because they already used it all up.
Yeah.
They're-
And I
they're-
help out the military in the shop too. But one of the things was like, they're like, "Oh, do you take a military discount?" I was like, "No." Like,
Right.
you got Kama discount? You show me a birth certificate, then I give you a discount. You fucking. If not, I'm sorry.
Bro,
Thank you for your
I've
business.
told people like I've told people who wanted tickets for the events, okay, military discount. Yeah, we charge double.
Yep.
They're like, huh? I was like, yeah, but you guys get everything free anyways. You guys get paid double.
Yeah, this is tax, bro.
The discount's negative 200%.
Yeah.
Minus a negative.
I
You
don't
guys get
have
everything
that.
for free. Right, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh.
How about clean up your fucking mess and then
Yeah,
I give you
yeah,
a discount?
do that. That's it. Yeah, right.
What is the do you know the number of like military enlisted people that occupy Hawaii? Does anybody know?
Oh,
Can
I
anybody
don't know
Google
the
that?
number, but it's
a lot.
It's pretty high because you got, and also like the locations, right?
Yeah.
You look at the prime land that the
Schofield,
military
fucking
has for $1
beautiful.
lease now.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing. It's $1.
Mm.
$1 lease for the aina that's of the people. I mean, that's vahipanos for many people.
Yeah.
You know, like you look at Schofield or Wainai Uka. You know what I mean? Like they bomb them all the time.
Fuck yeah.
All the time. Just desecrated. You know what I mean? Look what happened to Makua. Look at Pakalolo. Pakalolo continues. You know what I mean? Like even when the lava was
250,000.
flowing, they were talking about trying to drop a bomb to divert it, like it was back in the days. I'm like, no, that's not how you do it.
Mauna
living
Loa
things.
was erupting, yeah? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, let's go drop a bomb in the fucking
They
different
drop a bomb,
direction.
divert them. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, right.
Sounds like a stupid movie
Yeah,
plot.
it,
Bro,
it
that's the
doesn't
shit.
work that way.
What do you do? Bomb
It
lava?
doesn't work that way,
It's a
bro.
fucking cartoon, bro.
Bro,
I saw it in a cartoon.
How does one heal a heart that's bleeding? You don't hit it with another pop. You know what I mean? Shoot it again. Like
No, that's how they're thinking about it. They're like,
Blow it up. Somebody blow it up.
Expand more. No, bro.
What do we do? What do we
fire,
do?
fire, fire.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the. I mean, my beef is not military. You know what I mean? Like people who serve. You know what I mean? Because my dad was one of the first cannacomoli underwater technicians or a Navy SEAL. You know what I mean? Back in the days, I have family and friends who serve military. It's the governing control of it. It's that military government that's behind it that manipulates the youth from a young age. You know what I mean? When you get these little job recruitments, right? You get these little things where they come into school so you can be all you can be. Uncle Sam telling you for be this, be enlisted in that. You can travel the road. You get your education.
ROTC.
And after when you're done with that, you know what they
Junior
do
ROTC.
to them is they leave these veterans on the side of the road. You know what I mean? Like there's homeless communities that are majority veterans now.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are outside of VA clinic. They can't even get the medical cannabis because they separate them from using their guns that they served to protect a nation, right? For
They got to use the guns for shoot out of
Yeah.
people on your behalf, but for protect themselves, they kind of use the guns.
I'm pretty sure the number one person listed on like the FBI or whatever's watch list for potential like homegrown terrorists is returning vets
shit.
because they're mad and they have the fucking know-how.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
PTSD is real with them. You know, I've seen it firsthand. My friend's dad, and that's how I got heavily involved into the cannabis scene because first her mom, fought cancer and all that, and if she was still around, I wanted to provide her that. You know what I mean? Give her that option. Her auntie does. You know what I mean? From the oils that we make and everything like that too, from bombs to massage, like it's life changing.
Yep.
But it's like for our veterans that you see struggling. You know what I mean? That they get threatened all the time and they don't even make nothing, right? You know what I mean? I know these two veterans, they get $800 from the VA. $800.
That's
How
nothing
you
in Hawaii.
survive off of that?
Yeah.
So they were gonna live on this farm. You know what I mean? I'm part of this group co-op in Kukani Loco. It's 427 acres. And the main person, shout out to about Scotty Wong, he's gonna be doing industrial hemp. You know what I mean? To make fuel because they're switching away from the whole fossil fuel. He sees the benefit in that and benefit in the aina in regenerative soil.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The way to clean up the area that used to be polluted by dole. Right? You know what I mean? The people think that dole was this and that, but dole was GMO. Dole was
Dole
killing
fucked
aina.
us so bad.
They killed aina all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with the farming is for that. You know what I mean? Like we trying to help people understand farming first and foremost. You know what I mean? So you can appreciate that lettuce, you can appreciate that kalo. Like bro, that lao, oh expensive out, but you know how long it took for grow that, all the love into that. You know what I mean? Like it's healing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We doing more healing nowadays of not only each other, of the land, because the land is the one that's crying for help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and soil remediation is something that people don't fucking think about in natural farming. Like, while you're doing natural farming, all these practices that people are preaching, you're remediating soil and damage that's been done on these fucking, industrial pineapple or sugarcane that's been doing for
I learned
years.
all this from brother Mike from Crew Farmer. You know what I mean? And I seen it firsthand because he lives out in the country in the freaking desert. You know what I mean? And I seen places that was torn up by like coral and sand that you cannot grow stuff. You know what I mean? My mom them lived right there too. And it was hard to grow plants. Like citrus fruits wouldn't grow. You have to remediate the soil. Yep. You have to redo everything. You have to bring in your own dirt, your own earthworms and stuff back then. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I watched somebody like that, and that's how I became a lover of organic farming. Even though like the making of ferments is pretty rough. You know what I mean? Like I seen fish ferments and like, bah,
that's farm.
That's gross.
Hey, you know what's crazy? It doesn't taste as good as fucking patis on everything. But I tried it, and that fucker is pretty damn good. You know, I'm like, oh my God.
I started fermenting at her house, man. She's like, bro, what is that smell? Just the bananas. Just get used to it. It's passing this phase right now.
Bro, the FAA on hot rice.
Oh.
Pretty good.
FAA on hot rice.
I'm not even fucking joking. Dude.
So how I got into it was on accident. I was starting my own ferments. I put together calamansi, limes, lemons into a jar with brown sugar. I was going to use that on my plants. And if it wasn't for brother Mike Crew Farmer, brother Kai Garnell Genetics, and you that was telling me I was going to fry my shit, I would have fry all my plants. I was
acid,
like, I'm going to bring all the terpenes, the limonene is going to boost this and all that. And no, that thing became a very strong tea.
Yeah.
I tried to drink after.
It's good for sore throat.
Yeah. I was like, my fermented lemons.
Who was
Some
telling
Chinese
us
been
that?
doing this.
Joel. No. Somebody was on telling us that about like you can drink it, tastes good. All these fermentation and teas.
No, you totally can. So like
certain ones.
This is my whole fucking take. I was
certain ones. Don't just be drinking anything.
I was like, okay,
that's probiotics.
KNF works. Like KNF works in Korea. We've seen it work in Korea. It works in the suburban areas, remediating soil for one. It was hard for them to have proper farming industry in Korea. So what they did was they did the KNF method.
Yeah.
Way to bring life back into the soil. However, like what I tried, I even told Mike this. I was like, you got to look under a microscope because that's Korea. Korea is up here, bro.
Different.
Way different where we stay.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the equator.
Lower than us?
No, they're up high, bro.
In the middle
Korea?
of the equator.
They're by Japan and shit.
Yeah, northern.
It
Really?
snows there, dog. Yeah.
Northern.
It snows in Korea?
Oh, Korea,
That's
where
why-
it's nice and tropical.
That's why they got North Korea.
we sip Mai Tais in Korea.
But we get North Kohala, so fuck this. We get North shit too, bro. You know what I mean? We have North things. I never really realized.
North Korea.
I need to refresh my
North
geography.
Korea, North Korea.
No, I'm not equating the two. No.
It's like talking to people from Puna, though.
Fuck yeah.
It's not like going North Shore. You're talking to all kind of different. North Kohala is just a different side of Puna.
But like, there's a way to fucking find that what works scientifically by testing it out. Yeah. So that's why I tell everybody, like, hey, if you're doing one ferment on X juices or X fruits, why? You know, what is it that you're pulling from that? What you want? Yeah. So test it. Send a.
Bro, I never knew
Drink
that.
it.
Like the time of like a veg, like the thing has to be green for the ferment you're making. The time of flowering, it has to be more fruit. I was like, bro.
But all of that highlights only enzymes. So the plant is prenatal, right? It's about the fruit. So it has all the hormones and enzymes of something that's about the fruit. That's when you implement it in your cannabis because you're giving that hormones back into the plant to trigger that response. Yeah. So that's the whole thing with KNF. But what people need to do is, just like making your product, you have a recipe for it, right? You need to test that recipe to make sure, okay, 2 parts this to 1 part noni will make this guaranteed every single time. Now let's go.
That's the one.
You know what I mean? Scientifically
Like
back
this, bro.
it.
So with the noni in this, whoo.
Yeah.
I was on big tests.
Yeah?
Because I'm okay with noni.
Yeah.
but not opening it up. It's like the patis, you know what I mean? Like I'm okay at making it, but once I start,
Sour.
yeah,
No shit. Huh? That's the R&D response.
yeah, this is strong enough. This is good. This is good.
Pour 'em.
You know?
Make the eyes water.
But you gotta
It's
try the
ready
chili
to be
pepper
bottled.
water, man. You gotta
Oh,
try.
yeah?
You gotta
Okay,
take a shot.
let's do
So
it.
that's 1 bottle's for Eric, 1 bottle's for brother Mike. You know what I mean?
I'll
I
give
wish
it
I
a
had
shake.
more of my,
I know, bitch. I'll shake it.
Bomba, I'm gonna show you and my put this on everything for you guys too. But bro, the hardest thing lately for this has been just shipping, bro. Like you're talking about shipping of wood. Shipping has been going up.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything, bro. One
That's a new
small
tax
little
bracket.
thing is $11 now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That thing used to be $7 before.
My shipping went up for $3.50 per cubic feet.
How you taste all that?
Bro, that fucker's mean.
Huh?
Yeah.
They fucking.
Get the
it's-
spicy with the len. I can taste that
Yeah, I
inside
can
there,
see it
bro.
in your eyes. That fucker just kicking the top right now.
Don't let it fool you. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But shipping pretty much doubled in the last 3 months.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I paid like $7 a cubic feet, which is like I bought a $2,000 pallet and I paid $1,700 in shipping. Go fucking figure, bro.
Yeah. That's why. Are those things something you can get local?
Nope.
And that's why I like what you're doing with your soils and all that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you bringing back like local produce in the farming side.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not only just the produce that you come out of farming,
Mhm.
but the beginning part of it. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, bro, bags of mycelium. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the life right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to do the soil company also, because like the soil company is a way for me to keep it indigenous. Yeah, so all sources are indigenous except the cocoa. We have to source out for the cocoa, but we're not using peat moss
Yeah.
because peat moss is not sustainable. So we use cocoa inside that soil, and like what I just did recently is we had 3 mixes that we wanted to do. The numbers were good. The fucking microbial count was solid, and I'll get to that later. That 3 runs right there, they got tested, but I wanted the consistency of the mainland soil because that's what cannabis farmers want, is a good consistency in their soil. That's the make or break of a fucking farm. So we sent it in. They got the compression test, the water retention test. They did a microbial test. So everything is fungally dominant where it's supposed to be. All the numbers out. So I wanted to put that to my soil and keep the sources indigenous. No perlites being used.
Yeah. Perlite is a forever chemical, man.
Forever chemical. It's glass, dude. So it gets in your
Crazy.
fucking lungs. You know, it's
Yeah.
bad for you. So I use cinder, which is indigenous to Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's volcanic cinder.
Volcanic cinder.
But the molecular density is more than perlite. So over the time in a living soil, it permeates through the soil. It aerates the soil
Breaks out.
down.
Yeah.
And it gives nutrients as it breaks down. So this soil is meant to build upon. It's not meant to just put your plant in and fucking dump. You're supposed to build upon the soil. The soil has,
Topsoil,
yeah.
yeah.
and the microbes are harvested, put in the culture, and the culture is implemented in the compost pile.
So what do you do? Like cut your soil with your home backyard soil?
No, I just buy that.
No, like if I buy your soil in order to like use it right, I should be like mixing my soil to like get that all good
No.
and then putting it in back in, or
You plant as a raised bed. Depends on what you want to plant, right?
Mhm.
So like, let's say, I want a flower bed, Kalei, right? I was like, oh, that's super gay of you, but let's put a raised bed out.
how dare you? It's still fucking Pride Month, asshole.
They know what I mean. Fuck you guys if you guys don't know.
I
what
don't know.
mean.
I don't know if
Sorry.
YouTube's gonna know what you mean by that.
Sorry,
but all
YouTube,
right.
but whatever.
Yeah, Hawaii people, we know that lingo.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? We've dropped those bombs, you know what I mean?
yeah.
All that all the time. Like now, it's like, bro, we live in a very
I'm bringing it
sensitive
back
world.
because people are sensitive.
Yeah,
I'm
very
bringing that
sensitive
shit back,
world, like,
dude.
bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys too much snuggles the bears out there.
Yeah, dude. Come on, don't be afraid of the word. You know what
Okay,
context
and I
I'm
didn't mean
using
to
it.
derail, but anyway, yeah, so take your bag
Guy.
of soil.
The mega soil.
So you want to fucking build a bed, right? And then you want your Ina underneath it.
I grow my pussy willows in my raised flower bed. Okay, continue. It's my flower of choice. Don't judge.
All right, when you're growing your pussies in your
June.
fucking box, you want to put your Ina as a base. So remove your grass. You know, you put your bare soil. That's going to allow the microbiology to come up into your raised beds. Then you start building the beds. You give it food and aeration. People like to put logs down. Okay? Let me finish. You put logs, okay?
Oh.
Because mycelia is going to run to the logs.
I was gonna say I never knew that like flower beds
The
and
spore
that
of
shit
them, yeah.
never have bottom. I thought it was fucking there was a bottom to it.
Oh, no. There's some that has a bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some get bottom base.
Yeah, and just a little, it's a big pot basically, but you want a living
Yeah.
bed, right? So you
Mhm.
want it touching the earth. The earth is going to bring microbes back up into the logs and into your soil. So you want to go logs, compost like dead leaves and shit like that, and then you want to start building with the soil I
That's
provide.
the Hugo tech, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do logs like this.
Yeah.
Like fucking Lincoln logs.
That's what we're doing at the new mala.
Yep.
Doing that, you know what I mean? Because that's basically putting mulch. You know what I'm saying? The same
Exactly.
thing. It's the beginning of all that broken down and the mycelium, bro. That's life.
Bruh, if you go
Yeah.
take a class, mycology,
Yeah.
they'll show you everything. And it's relative mycology to the Aina. You know what I mean? We the old school way. You know what I mean? We know Aina.
Yeah.
Aina.
And that's the one thing, with the Red Hill spill, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the fuel.
Mm-hmm.
We could look at mushrooms
Okay.
to actually filter that and to clean up that
Mhm.
fuel. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what we should be focusing on is that process right now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We shouldn't be going through the debate. We should be implementing the natural that
A solution.
right now. Like,
Right now, it's like the Spider-Man meme. Everybody pointing
it's
to
like,
each
bro,
other.
okay, so this
It's
thing,
like,
you
fuck,
guys-
dude. Somebody take accountability. God
like,
damn
it's
it.
been poisoning for years, for decades before this. You know what I
Right.
mean? Before 2021 came to be, it was already been poisoning. But for 2021, we could have been instilling all this natural farmers involved. We could have had people out there like, bro, you can regenerate the soil this way. You can have, like, we don't need Department of Health to tell you toxicology levels. We need farmers to tell you about the nutrients in the soil and what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We need to have the people that work on the land.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Not that dictate laws. You know what I mean? Not really not.
The
anybody
bureaucracy
that
shit
sees
has
stuff.
no place in the
Nothing.
solution of this.
Nothing.
And you know, like back to mycology is there's so much breeding and genome work going into fungal activity that like Plastic Island, they're starting to put edible mushrooms that's going to eat the plastic
Oh,
on
yeah.
the Plastic Island.
Yeah.
You know?
Plastic patch thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
even those little beetles.
exactly.
Yeah, those little beetles filter through all the metals inside the soil.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I mean? Like all the mercury,
All the heavy
that'd be
metals.
poisonous and stuff like that. Like that's the ones we used to flick off the heads when we was kids,
I
like
love
little
doing that
beetles.
shit, bro.
And now when I see them, I'm like, here you go,
I used to do that too.
go live your life. Yeah, the roly polies.
I hold them and go,
Yeah,
pew, and they're
those
still, like,
those
fucking
are the
alive.
saviors of the world right there. Like they're the miners.
right.
You know, and it's
all part of the
interesting because
soul
I was
food
never
web.
like this. I was never like when I was a part of the Hawaii Cannabis Expo, I was like the voice and the face to like promote it.
Yeah.
I was the person getting involved. Like I'm gonna be real, I was involved for the wrong reasons at one part of my time. I was involved there for the money and for all like where I knew where cannabis was going in Hawaii. Until I seen it from behind the scenes, I'm like, damn, I'm not corrupted like that. You know what I mean? I got to take a step back, and I started looking with the farmer's vision, like the small farmer's vision, not the big pharmaceutical vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the small farmer's vision, and how like all these little small farmers is taking care of the land. Like bro, I seen how Kalei was doing up in the old spot, the old farm he had. I was like, damn, bro, all this was like trash. You know what I mean? But he had livestock over there, and they're even trying to stop that now too. Like you got to have two because they have to be a pair, so they can be friends and pets. I'm like, no, bro.
Fucking bullshit, man.
not pets, bro. They're
that's
livestock.
that's gonna
Goddamn
feed
grass.
us. You know what I mean? Like,
I
yeah,
mean-
go tell my wife's uncles them about their goats and pets. No,
You gotta have another. You gotta have another one to keep the other one company.
The female that we had there.
that was Jerry.
She's a dumbass. She got into the duck feed and
That was the one?
Yeah, she killed herself.
Wait, the one I had on the video? That's the one?
There's a black one.
For real? Yeah, I have the video of that.
There she is.
Wow,
Hamlet, right there.
Rob.
She got into the duck coop and ate all the feed and fucking poisoned herself.
Wow.
Yeah, she had bloat. I couldn't.
Look at that hard head on that
Yeah,
thing,
dude.
huh?
So, yep, she went into the bushes for about 3 weeks. I came back and got that treasure.
She came back dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now she sits on our podcast table.
I mean, yeah, you're still living.
Thank you for your
Look, like, you
service.
see mine's one.
Oh, what?
So this is from Wailupe. So I'm a part of Puho no Wailupe. You know,
That's
basically the
killer.
protection of the burials of Wailupe. And we were Malama Aina over there, and I call this Mana the Mongoose.
That's
This
fucking
is the Eevee,
dope.
you know what I mean? This is the bones of him. I felt like was a gift from our kupuna. After Malama did Oli and Pule over there, and then there's this little thing, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna wear it.
Bruh, I like how you strung it up. That's pretty
Yeah,
fucking
It's
cool,
pretty cool.
bruh.
From this way, it looks like Virgin Mary.
Oh, snap.
You see that?
I do.
You see that? Looks like Virgin Mary from this way.
Oh yeah,
Yes, meal.
Yeah.
crazy. It's a mongoose.
It's a mongoose. I thought it was some rare
Talk about
bird.
upscaling, fucking repurposing.
Yeah.
the
Looks kind of
best,
like an
bruh.
alien head,
Yeah, look at
dude.
his head, though,
Telling you.
man. You can just-
Looks like an alien.
Yeah, so I mean, I wear them because everybody's like, bro, what is that, bro? It's a Mana the Mongoose, man. Just pat him a little bit.
Bro, I had a friend that had a pet mongoose. I was like, what the fuck? That's cool, dude.
Yeah, bro. Back in the days, like the 80s, 90s, the people had weird pets.
Yeah.
Tintin.
Yeah, you know what I mean? People actually had the pets that you see on the endangered species list or whatever, like not to bring to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I remember people had tarantulas. I know people had snakes.
Remember the fucking piranhas and
Yeah,
shit?
bro. I remember I had piranhas.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro, that wasn't Oscar staying still like this, bro.
I heard Lake Wilson had
You know what I mean?
piranhas, but I never
I was like,
believed
this
it.
fucking no bite, guaranteed?
Yeah, Oscar's no stay still looking at you, pause, bro. You know what I mean?
Where's that? Lake Wilson. I heard it was there, but I never believed it.
One of the OGs was telling me, I used to work at Leleho High School, right? So one of the OGs over there was like, bruh, you know how them fucking came in inside there? I was like, get the fuck
Where
out
at
of
Pearl
here.
Harbor?
No, in Lake
Lake
Wilson.
Wilson, bruh.
How them
What?
fucking came in, bruh, they found in there. The skinny
fucking-
nose.
Yeah, the
Crocodile.
Chopper fish looking thing.
Yeah, right.
No, it's an alligator, right? Like crocodile.
Yeah. It's like
Crocodilian.
platypus looking things, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
huge.
Yeah.
There's not really one, though, yeah?
Dude, bruh, it's from
I don't know.
OGs.
Urban legend, bro.
Some
That's
of-
urban legend.
Some of the people living by there look like one.
I seen one came in crawling out there, fucking
Body
out
by
there.
Batu, though. That's the hottest stuff right there, man.
That was an old timer fucking with a young
We
kid.
smoking Lake Wilson.
Alligator.
Bruh. I remember like,
Alligator's not believable, so he
I
always
used to live,
came
I
in
used to
because
live Lakeview Circle. I used to live Lakeview Circle before.
oh fuck,
And we used to,
yeah.
you know, I used to cruise Ojai. And I used to tell guys, oh, bye. You know what I mean? Bye-bye. We're not going to Ojai. But Ojai was bad back in the days, man.
That's some
You know
bad
what I mean?
spot,
Like,
bruh.
It was just like in the beginning of Wahiawa, and you wouldn't think nothing of it. You go to the left, and you're screwed. Like, you're living in the hood. Like, bro, what the fucking slums is this? Like,
Bruh, shout out to Michael Cuban, bruh, for fucking
yeah,
bringing me Ohio Street when I was young. Where the fuck we stay, bruh? Nah, no worries, relax. Okay, shoot.
bro, we used to...
Do I get out of the truck or just reaching for the
I
handle?
took
Like,
over there, had some problems with like somebody over there, and then I pulled up and said, "Oh, what is this?" Stay in the car, lock the car.
fuck yeah.
Stay in here for real. The whole time the knife is in the middle. You know what I mean? Now they're trying to make it all nice gentrification. They put Walgreens by it.
Yeah,
That's not
a
gonna
Teddy's
make it
bigger
behind of that
burger.
Nice. You know what I mean? Like you can put freaking Macy's in front of that. Behind there's still gonna be Ohio Street.
Bruh, Ohio is the type of place, up until recently when I left Lelehua, like, I seen a guy walking his fucking board taking to make shishi on the side of the road.
Bruh.
I was like, wow, I love this fucking place.
Ohio Street is like, you know, I live Aniani, I live Pupuole, you know what I mean? That's considered those areas, you know, Puuhale. You know, it's the hood. I lived Umi Street, that was the hood too, man.
fuck
One
yeah.
way in, no way out.
The pizza guy comes in.
Yeah, like bro, we meet you at the top, bro, by Jack in a Box. I'm like, bro, it's pretty far. I gotta pass everybody. But yeah, good days of Ohio Street, bro. Days out there. Yeah, Wahiawa is a good location though. Like for anybody living in Wahiawa, bro, you guys can utilize everything over there. The moisture in the morning dew, the water catchment, you know what I mean, of the water. Like that's what we gotta do at that farm over there in Kani Loco. You know, it's like you gotta check it out.
I thought you couldn't do water catchment.
Residential. Yeah. Residential.
But if you have like farm.
So that's
totally
one of the laws that needs to be changed. Like there's so many laws out there that prohibits people from living a better life.
You know what made it hard for that law to get passed was the dengue fever.
Yeah.
Because people weren't disposing their water
They're just
properly.
letting them sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're in
Yeah,
that,
that's a
you can put it
problem.
on pump. You can do all kinds of stuff to keep it aerated. Like you know, there's
Because everybody thinks they can do it, and then they try, and it's
They
like,
try it,
fuck,
it's
they
hard.
yeah.
It's hard, bro.
It's,
But
not, it's more than what they thought was going
once
to
you
be.
have the
and-
infrastructure,
all of a sudden you
it's
start
easy.
growing lily pads and lotuses and stuff.
This is what we're drinking. Fuck.
Yeah, you're fighting bullfrogs.
There you go. Oh, bullfrog fight, cuz. How you gonna bet the odds on that? Who rip it the loudest?
I used to drink before, bro. I used to be a bad alcoholic. You know what I mean? And we was in Big Island. Remember Brother Keko, Bang for Bang. We stayed at one of these fighters' house. You know Toby Mishek,
Yeah.
the fighter? So, bro, cookie frogs, they're all over.
Yeah.
But I had this bullfrog, bro. That thing was trying to challenge me, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think it's "Rrrr." So, hey, Keka's trying to sleep. I'm over there challenging the bullfrog. Hey, the thing comes silent. He's like, I'm like, there you go. See, I won. I'm fucking gonna bring his whole posse. Like, bro.
Oh, bro, back
Like,
up. Kiko,
bro,
wake up,
like,
wake
whoa,
up.
Like 3 of them against 1. Kika's like, bro, just go sleep already, bro.
He's
I was
calling
like,
his
"Bro,
friends.
It's fucking keeping me up. Damn bullfrogs.
Bullfrog with a mission.
Everybody think the cookies is bad, bro. Like it's really like calming.
I agree.
I think it's
I
very
agree.
Can't do it. I fucking do this. I can't do it. Bro.
Huh?
I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I'm
I
cool
think
with it for a
one
while, but
one is
living
annoying,
with it, bro.
but like when they're all doing it and
Bro,
it's
it's
like
like seance, bro. You know what I mean? Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
It makes sense. I can see it being fucking like, all right, cool, but after a while, bro,
Yeah,
I
bro.
kill somebody.
Bro, it's better than living Makaha plantations. You got to do with the peacocks, bro.
Oh, that's worse. Yeah.
No.
Fucking
This
Justin
thing is
over
nuts,
there, bro.
Like, bro, shut up, bro. I'm not gonna say I never did them before, but you know what I mean. We had Benjamin pellet guns back in the days. You know, you guys can't incriminate me no more, man. It's past that.
Statutes of limitations. That's the
Limitation,
fucking
man.
That
label
was-
of the show.
That was at least 24 years ago.
That
was
should
that
be
one-
the label of the show. Statutes of
That's
limitations.
the limitations, man. Yeah,
There's that story of the lady who killed the peacock.
bro. I was mad at her, and I talked to myself.
But her defense should have just been, have you ever lived where a peacock was? Fuck, dude, it's so annoying. Fuck, she
beat the charge, and then my friend's brother,
yeah, her defense was
shooting on board in a light chew farm in Wahiawa,
and got busted.
because that was the pet. You know what I mean? Like, bro, put an ear piercing on there or something. You know? Make him look like different, bro. Hook him up with a fade. Dye him a little bit. If that's your pet,
Give
bro,
him
let it
one
be
mullet
known.
cut with him fade.
Where's his bedazzled collar?
Bruh, give him one fucking Oakley's shades,
You
bro.
can see the bullies nowadays, bro. They get fat chains nowadays, bro.
Fuck
Big
yeah.
Figaro's, bro.
Bro, some unreal chains out there, bro.
For dogs.
Dogs and humans.
Raw. Humans.
Humans.
Like, bro, unreal fucking millimeters, bro.
But you know why? Because back in the days, you couldn't do loans like how they get now. You know what I mean? You couldn't pay monthly for your chain.
True.
You had to have the money straight up, or you had to make sure that that drug dealer never like them anymore. But in reality, bro, like nowadays, bro, you can go to like my friend's stores and stuff like that. Like they'll hook you up, bro. Like, $1,000 down, bro. Don't worry, you pay the rest of the $30,000 for the rest of your life.
Yeah, finance.
You know what I mean? Like guys
As long
walking
as you
around with
keep
80
making
millimeter
those
chains, like, oh, in my days you couldn't do that. You had to earn that chain.
Right.
Like you had to be somebody in the community to wear one big chain that big. Like you had to be down to scrap. Now you get little boys like 110 pounds soaking wet, bro, with a big chain like that. Like
A lot of them get guns this way.
yeah, that's what it is. Like because you see their chain, then you see the little pouch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, oh, how come they're so close to your chest?
Bro, I
Come on,
seen that. So I was emceeing a graduation party, and I witnessed a kid showing off to his friend the guns. He had a gun in his little pouch, like a little, merce. And I see him like showing him off, gripping him. He's like, oh, I was like, so I told my brother, I was like, watch this kid out right now. He brought a pistol to him from graduation party. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why you see my shirt. You know what I mean? Guns down, hands up. All the stuff that's happening in Hawaii. You know what I mean? We not being there for these kids. The community is not there for them anymore. You know what I mean? Like all the talk is there, but like we need to really show them guidance. Back in the days, bro, like your auntie, your mom, your dad could tell me if I was right or wrong. Like, fuck, you could get lickings from somebody down the road. You know what I mean? If they're close to your family. Yeah. Nowadays, that's child abuse for getting kids lickings. But kids need lickings, bro, because they're not learning like how they should be.
Right.
Like taking their phone away is not sturdy enough. You know, seeing them in the house for 3 days or whatever is not sturdy enough. You know what I mean? Because you're still going with their friends when they go to school, wherever they go to. You know what I mean? Like. Mm-hmm. I see it happening so much that it's sickening because it's my hometown of Waianae. You know what I mean? Like, it's super sad to see, like, it's younger. It's 17-year-olds. Like, the most recent one was a 17-year-old girl that got shot in her head. Yeah. You know what I mean? Walking the streets with her boyfriend and their friends from a house or whatever.
Just minding their own business.
Like, bro, there's no right for that. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what kind of beef, whatever problems had, there's no right for that.
What was the scenario behind that?
There's nothing talked about, but
nobody knows.
You know, nobody knows. But just it's like a poor that girl had so much life, beautiful young girl, same age as my daughter. You know what I mean? And then you see all that just gone. You know what I mean? Like she's fighting for her life now, doing brain surgery. Yeah. Like you shouldn't have to happen. Nope. You know what I mean? And before that, one young boy, 17 years old, Makaha Beach, killed. You know what I'm saying? Shot by another young boy. Like when we was young, bro, the OGs would boss us up. You holding one gun, when you cruising with us, you get lickings, that gun taken away. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Because I used to cruise around, like I said, like I was bad at one point, and we lost all those older generations that actually gave a fuck about the youth. Yes. You know what I mean? Like bro, like I used to have the OGs like, bro, you don't belong here. You know what I mean? Go home. You shouldn't be out here drinking with us. Go home. You know what I mean? Nowadays, like, they're buying the kids the beer. They're driving them to the spot. They're letting them shoot their guns in the air. Like, being a gangster is not cool. You know what I mean? All that stuff you see in the movies that you hear on these music lyrics and all that stuff, they don't tell you the true story. You end up in prison for life, or you end up in the ground for life. You know what I mean? Because that's your life. You know, and that's, you know, we got to be more of that. You know, I talk about that because everybody talks about, you know, Second Amendment rights. I'm not against anybody's Second Amendments or amendments and all that, their rights. But we if you're born and raised in Hawaii, we never need that. We would scrap. If not, you'd run away. You know what I mean? Like, there's two choices. You was either one track star, or you could fight. You know what I mean? And either way, you'd come back and you live to fight another day. You know what I mean? Like, now there's no guidance that way.
I grew up with a family of hunters, out. So like, I know a proper gun.
Guns is used for that.
Yes, gun control, gun safety, and even like home protection. Right? I totally get a gun being a home protection. The moment it leaves your fucking house, you're asking for trouble. Like, now it becomes like, oh, you want something to pop off outside your house. Yeah. It should never be. That gun should just be there for the house.
Well, it's a problem if you feel that Hawaii is so unsafe that you have to leave your house with a gun.
I tell you right now, it is unsafe where you have to.
Well, yeah.
That's what I was just thinking.
Because I used to always think, like, is it really increasing this shit, or is it like, you know, is it just because it's highlighted in media?
It's because of media.
But it is there. I'm starting to come around and realize, like, there is an increase. You know, there has been an increase in gun violence. And, like, the standoff just recently in Pearl City. Another one in fucking Iroquois Point today. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm starting to think, okay, now this is something different. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I think a lot of it's media. I think a lot of shit happens. But, like...
Yeah, but we don't have standoffs, like, two times in 1 month.
No, I get it, bro. But, you know, it's just, like, the hands... Like, how can they get these guns? I guarantee it's all illegal guns.
Well, the one in Pearl City, the dude grabbed it off the balcony because the cop left it fucking unattended.
Yeah. But even the other ones too, like these kids they're stealing the guns, right? From their parents or whoever has their gun license, you know, too. It's not only just the street, but there is on the streets. You get ghost guns, all this kind of stuff that goes around. But it's the community, it's the brothers, the sisters looking out for the youth. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason why we do MMA shows. You know what I mean? Like, I do youth events with Rising Kings Kickboxing to ensure these kids are fighting in a controlled environment. They're not on the streets fighting. They're not fighting in school. They're not fighting at home. And there's a way to direct that energy. You know what I mean? Because everybody get angry. But how do you take out your anger? Some people surf. Some people fight. Some people smoke. You know what I mean? Some people, you know what I mean? Write, draw, whatever. Like, my girl, she's an artist. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what she does. You know, for me.
What's your outlet?
Yeah, I like to be in the water. You know what I mean? That's my church as well. You know what I mean? Go up into the aina. Like, hey, like that. Why not? When me and her argue, I'm over there doing dishes. I hate doing dishes, but I gotta stay active. You know what I mean? Because now the dishes getting done. Right. you know?
Keep busy.
You gotta keep busy.
That's not what I was mad at you about, but thank you for doing the dishes.
I think she's arguing on purpose. She knows how to get you to do the dishes.
That's what she did. Huh?
Oh, he gotta do the dishes. I'm gonna start arguing.
You're right, bro. I just found that out.
Wow. Oh, sorry. We never mean for snitch.
Wow, that's what it was. 16 years. That fight's been for nothing.
We're on to you, ladies.
Wanted me to do the dishes.
We're on to you.
So mad I'm gonna fold laundry.
But that's all it is. We need to be better. You know what I mean? Like we're not teachers by trade, but we gotta be teachers by heart for everybody. 100%. You know what I mean? Educate these kids. There's a much better life. Like, and that's what I do on my side with things. You know, I like I said, I did 14 years in the system. You know, I did 6 years as a juvenile, 8 years as an adult. I believe I did enough time for anybody. You know what I mean? Like, especially for any kid to not go through that. You know what I mean? If there's one thing I can show them is, like, live through my experience. You ain't got to go down that path, the dark road, and, you know what I mean, and think life is over. You know what I mean? And give up. Like, there's really hope out there for you. And you can start at a young age. You ain't got to be into a certain age to realize this shit. Because it took me a while. You know what I mean? Like, I was arrested 9 years old, 11 incarcerated, till I was 17, right? You know what I mean? Went through every single program in Hawaii, every single prison system, youth challenge, you named it. I got kicked out of youth challenge for anger. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I fought with the sergeants over there.
These challenges.
I go
we
pick
can't
on the
even- we
fight
don't-
with guys who learn how to fight with their bare hands. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
challenges like we cannot with this guy anymore. He's out.
you know, it's just like, you know, I went through every single system as an adult too, from the rehab programs. You know what I mean? I've been homeless. I've been houseless. I've been an abuser. I've been abused. You know what I mean? I've been on both sides of that kind of world. And that's why I'm here at now. Like I'm actually an advocate for a young fighter right now that was actually on the news. You know what I mean? That he was a part of the bullying thing. And I'm trying to help him so he doesn't have to experience that. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was 17 at the time he was doing it. He just recently turned of age. And I don't want to see this young boy where he has goals. He has a life that he could be bigger than Max Holloway. But if he doesn't stay focused and he doesn't stay away from all that, then what? You know what I mean? He's going to live the same lifestyle as I did. Not saying it's hard, but it could have been easier, you know, in my life. My life could have been happier. Could have been better for her.
You know what that
I
reminds
mean?
me of, dude? I was watching this episode of Tap Out. That episode had Albert Manners on it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
rest
was
in peace to brother
rest
Albert
in
Manners, bro.
Peace, Albert Manners. And that's another thing that, like, that's a misguided youth.
That is.
If someone was to guide Albert Manners, he would be a fucking champ.
Who's
today.
Albert Manners? Fill me in. I don't know who
Albert Manners
Manners
was.
is.
I believe he was a fucking he black belt under BJ
Black
Penn.
belt, bantamweight fighter from
Hilo.
Big Island.
Oh, from here? Oh, shit. Okay.
Badass motherfucker.
Bro, he made it to the big shows. Like
Yeah.
Tap Out was a big fight.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sponsored him.
Yeah,
dude.
they brought him to these shows, put him in fights. They came down to Hawaii and started scouting guys because of him. You know what I mean? But you know, Albert was a wild, loose cannon.
Fucking
Wild. Like I was a part of X-Zone Road events, and this is my own event. I'm sitting behind him, me, her, my good brother and his wife. I was like, "What's up, brother Albert? What's up, brother?" But he's sitting down in front of me. The fight's going on. And fucking goes, sniffs a fucking fat thing of cocaine. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Bro? I'm like, bro, you're nuts. You know what I mean? And bro, he got to fight. Like this guy was just like on it, like ready to rock. You know what I mean? All the time. And he was exciting though.
Yeah.
Regardless of his demons within him, there was something about him, personal charisma and that
Put on a show.
confidence. Because, bro, it's hard to be somebody like that. You're only 110 pounds, bro, soaking wet, bro. It's like the dance move was amazing, though. Like, he started making guys want to do that. Like, I started, after him, I started seeing people like Jonathan Visante and all these other fighters started coming out dancing. You know what I mean? Because they're starting to see, like, yeah, that WWF walkout presence is bringing that energy, and that people are getting picked up. You know what I mean? UFC started. Hawaii started MMA. That everybody noticed.
Prophecy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hawaii started MMA and Gussie Lamore's back in the days, where guys would sign up on top of a list, and there would be a Hawaii guy versus a military fighter. Back in the day. Smokers inside this bar.
What?
Yeah, bro,
didn't
Gussie
know
Lamore's
this.
was crazy. After the fights, they'd have sex shows. That's a whole freaking another ballgame. But that's where it started. And
Blood
people
and cum on Gussie
Yeah,
Lamore's.
Those are the only times I went there. I never knew they was doing MMA. I would have went earlier.
Then they had those, the Zufas or whatever they're called, the Ferretti brothers, right? Yeah. They were scouting with Dana White. Dana was a more heavier set guy back then, and people like TJ Thompson, who was doing Icon Sports and
Shout out
Super
to
Brawl.
TJ.
Yeah, amazing stuff, bro. And he started opening the doors to the fighters. You know what I mean? And started, bro, like people like Albert Manners got recognized. You know what I mean? Like he's seen stardom in him. You know what I mean? Like, he just had the energy that you wanted to see. Bro, even if you see him lose, he was fighting for his life in that cage.
Yeah. He fought to die.
He fought to die. Yeah. Like, really, like, the guys who put him against, too, like, there was way more, like, technical in the sport. But he was just more ballsy. He was just down. Like, he's what the crowd wanted, because Hawaii was all about the stand and bang. There wasn't really too much into the wrestling. You know,
and that's why, like, he got a black belt under BJ, which is like at the time.
Yeah, Uniao.
Yeah, Novo Uniao. And it's hard to. BJ at the time was really like, he didn't want to give out belts because he was showcased. If he gave it out to someone that was a schmuck, bro, how's that gonna? You know what I mean? So his lineage was very protected during the time that BJ was popular, bro. So for him to get even a brown belt during that time, that shows you what type of athlete he was. Yep. Now, if someone was to turn around and smack that fucking Coke right off his table, you know what I mean? He needed someone like that to fucking keep him straight. I know Tap Out got an apartment for him and shit like that.
Right, they tried everything from what I heard, you know. From what Chris Cisneros, because they're good friends too, right? You know what I mean? Like, he was doing a lot, and yeah, bro, like, rest in peace to the brother. You know, I know he was battling some demons, and I heard some stuff, and I hope it's not true that There's illegal stuff that happened to him, but rest in peace to that brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
The last time I seen him, there was a smoker going down Omoko Calvin when we went up there to do this bank for bank business trip. And we were watching him on a phone doing this smoker. And this is like on ranch or something, bro. I was like, bro, look at this guy. He's still nuts. Coming in, boop, 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 dancing, like doing his thing. I'm like, bro, like he was
Face tatted
he's
up
still
now.
doing it. You know what I mean? And you got to give him that because a lot of guys, they give up. You know what I mean? Because they hear all the negative about them. You know what I mean? Like just in general, not just because of their fighters, but like even farmers. I've seen a lot of farmers stop growing because their own people around them say, oh, bro, I think it look nuts. You know what I mean? Oh, no more the smell. Oh, it's not like how the High Times magazine look. Or they get judged for this and that. And they don't stay in there because the people around them is not motivating them. You know what I mean? Because they don't have the motivation themselves. You know what I'm saying? But then you get people like Kalei, they're going, hey, bro, check this out. I help you. You know what I mean? People like, wait, like everybody, I help you out. You know, like, because you need that. You know what I mean? You need that little bit of
need a little guidance.
Guidance or a little bit of fucking like.
A pep talk to you and get you back your morale going. But, you know, a lot of it, too, is like introspective. It's like, okay, fuck, he said my shit's shitty. All right, how is that going to, I have a choice. How is that going to affect me? Am I going to be like, oh, fuck this? Or I'm like, okay, well, what did I do that made it shitty?
Right.
Like, what is it that's shitty about it? Okay, the looks, there's only so much I can do. But the flavor, all that stuff, okay, let me see what I can do, you know, go back and dial in. So not letting that criticism defeat you is kind of the important fucking thing. You
And
know
that was
what I
my
mean?
biggest fault with myself. I was thinking everything was criticism to me. You know what I mean? It was more constructive criticism that I wasn't listening to. You know what I mean? Because I was so heavy into my alcohol. You know what I mean? Like, I was just, fuck everybody. You know what I mean? I get my drinks. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody else. Like, you guys can't tell me shit. You know what I mean? Because that's the whole mentality. Like, at one time, I was, I was drinking. I had money. I was like, fuck everybody. You know what I mean? And then you chase the money. You're never satisfied.
Nope.
You find the aina, you malama, you're always satisfied.
100%.
I found that completely changed my whole perspective.
Yep.
You know, like, I had to find out the bad way. For me to quit alcohol, I had to find out I have liver disease. I have kidney disease. You know what I mean? A hypertension 3, which is almost heart attack. You know what I mean? Type 2 diabetes.
Right.
I was 297 pounds. You know what I mean? And all the problems I was blaming on wasn't alcohol, but alcohol was the lead source of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I would let tendencies and ways become of me that wasn't me.
Yep.
You know
And
what I
mental
mean?
status, why you would drink to pick it
Yeah.
up in the first place. You know, it's like, are you okay with yourself? To be okay with yourself, I don't need that fucking vice to make me feel better. Then you can start truly working on
And
yourself.
I'd always make one excuse to go and run to that vice. You know what I mean? I would make one fight with my girl just so I could go drink with the boys for 3 days. Because I wasn't a normal alcoholic. I was a functioning alcoholic. I could go for 3 days straight drinking. And everybody be like, bro, you don't even look drunk. Like, I ran into about a mic them during the Black Lives Matters thing, right? After everything. Because I didn't want to be there while I was drinking because I know that my energy would have been different.
Yeah.
But then when they were saying this and that, when it was time to confront stuff, I was already like in the alcoholic mode. Like, yeah, I showed up, still drinking. They're like, bro, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm still drinking. Like,
This train don't
thinking
stop,
like it's
motherfucker.
okay. And it really, like, that fucked up a lot of my life. Relationships with people that was good with me. Relationships with myself when I should have been more porno about things, you know what I mean? And just my life with my girl was the one, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I seen how that reflected through, like, just years of, like, I would say torment, you know what I mean? To her, it may not be, but for me, I was like, damn, I was causing you problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't look beyond myself and my pride to see that, damn, I was contributing to all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in the underlying part was me personally, but the alcohol played a big role.
Guaranteed.
You know what I mean?
Lower
it was
the
it was
inhibitions.
to everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
You ready for
about
this guy?
2 years and what is this now? 2 years and fucking 3 months, I believe. No alcohol.
Good shit.
congratulations,
Good shit.
Brian.
Congratulations,
It's-
bro. Fuck that thing. You don't really need it.
I'd say it's not lucky, but it's good that you realize and like are able to recognize all these things and bro, talk about it so honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
people they can't even be honest with themselves, let alone.
I've learned that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
It
It's
took
fucking-
me a long time, bro, to be honest about everything. Like, you know, I was so ashamed to be told, like, to myself that I'm a bad father. You know what I mean? I wasn't there for my daughter that I should have been because of my pride, because of my alcoholic ways too. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a good, better half to my wife when I should have been. You know what I mean? I wasn't a good friend or brought up to the people I should have been. You know what I mean? It took me a long time because I didn't want to make myself put myself down. You know what I mean? I didn't want to make myself feel bad.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have that type of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to be dependent on anybody. Because, you know what I mean? Like, the whole thing with me and codependency is like always needing people there. And I've always been somebody who's like solitary confinement. You know what I mean? I'd be in the shoe. I don't mind going to the hole. I don't mind being in the system for the rest of my life. I was always that thinking. But then I really sat down one time. I was like, fuck, I need the people.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going. The reason why I fight for Hawaii is because of the people.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's because of our Kekiana Kupuna.
Yep.
And the ones who are not living. You know what I mean? It's because of the ones who's not around. Hey, people that I may have problems with, you know what I mean, that did me bad. They still on the same table with me when we're fighting for certain stuff because I'm fighting for their rights too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I had to turn off things like, fuck, bro, that guy is a politician. He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
This guy's a piloutician. He's doing his fraudulent job. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I gotta separate the ones who's really, you know what I mean? Because there's really some people that's good in there.
Right.
There's people that's real for their purpose. But there's a lot of people in there that's only for personal gains and profits. You know what I
Guaranteed.
mean? And that's where I use my energy now. Instead of taking that anger out and everywhere else in the world, fuck, we get them directed into the corruption.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be the bad guy that I've always been my whole life, I'm going to be the bad guy to the people who's been worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like you're like I said, voicing what people are thinking in that manner to where it's like, okay, now you're fucking hearing it. You're hearing a representative of the people talk to you about the issues that you're creating. So come correct.
That's all it is. Yeah, like just take accountability, transparency within the people. You know what I mean? Because that's what everybody wants out of everybody. You know what I mean? If I do wrong, I'm going to admit my fault.
Yep.
You should do the same. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people out there taking the envelopes, and I know it.
Easy with the palm. Easy with the palm out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the palm is easy.
Easy. So
fuck
anytime
up
the
this
palm
fucker.
out,
thought you
my
did
balls
already.
is laying on them. Bruh, like, what are you doing over there?
Three
I've seen
paper.
this thing all the time on this podcast. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta
Three
get rid-
paper fatty.
Like, bruh, the
paper
thing is bigger than the neck of my bottle.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's bigger than my.
Right, bigger my neck too.
It's big. It's big.
It's big.
But this is kind of like where we start wrapping it down because at the end of this shit or 1/3 of the way through, it's like, hey, fuck, we've been here for.
No way. We'll make it through this, I'm guaranteed.
220.
You guys got the kind too. Don't forget, we get some food too.
No,
Go
I
to
like
Porto
fucking-
Kitchen.
This is
Thanks,
the
Mike.
precursor
You
to
know,
that.
get boneless barbecue ribs
Oh my god.
and
You hear that, Eric? Boneless
some
barbecue ribs.
crab, mac egg salad or whatever it's called. Holy moly!
Yes, sir.
You have to-
And there's some hash in the
lighter.
middle of that.
Oh,
I don't eat meat, so I'll just eat more of these delicious edibles.
you don't eat meat?
No,
You don't eat meat? Oh,
that's all right, bro. No worries. Your face look.
yeah. See, I knew I should have did the lao laos instead of the vegan lao lao.
Right, the dreads never tip you off that you're gonna be vegan.
But I never know ital is vital with this guy.
Nah,
Bumbaclad.
yeah, I am. I'm not like that though. I am a bumbaclot. I'm not ital, but I just don't eat.
So
meat.
I did that for a little bit, and I was gonna go full on. It's rough.
Fuck yeah.
It's rough.
And I give you guys props, man, for
Because
keeping
like,
straight.
bro, like I heard not even eggs. You know
No-
what I mean? And
no
that's
honey?
rough.
No honey.
Honey?
What?
Yeah,
Why no honey?
because you're exploiting bees.
Oh man!
That's why I cannot go full vegan or.
Can we talk more manly and talk about crystals and shit?
Bro, so
Why did I send
Fuck.
you guys that post
Fuck.
about
yeah.
the crystal dealers?
Yeah.
I did. These guys, they like.
Chris, my name's Chris.
Scorch.
It's
Just
like
sent
a.
them.
It's
That
like
thing
an
turns
interview
egg
with
to a-
these.
Back,
No.
back in fucking the 90s and Wyanite is what it's so
That was
so
the
good.
one.
Nah, it's not that high.
That's the incense burner.
It's not that high grade shit because if you hold it for too long, the thing will start melting.
Yeah, right.
The components inside.
Bro,
gonna
I
melt.
got a question, bro, for stay aito. Like, so what is your your daily meals, like on breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
I'm not Aito, like I said. So I eat a lot of like microwave
Balls.
foods. I like potato wedges. I like eat shitty. I'm not like healthy. I just don't eat meat.
But Carlo,
Nah, sometimes.
you know you Carlo, like
Not like regularly.
oh man.
Doesn't want to
I get
exploit
Carlo
it.
stew and I go to like fucking what's it called, Umeke Market.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
Like-
Carlo stew is the bomb. Bro.
Yeah.
I like Carlos too.
I like those kind of places, but on the regular, it's like a lot of fast food, just
I have,
minus
to do
the
I have
meat.
to do a few classes in that area, if you know what I mean. So,
Oh yeah.
so that spot was like right there. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, let me check this out.
I
And one
cleanse
time,
my soul at
bro,
Umeke's.
fake chicken or whatever, mock chicken.
Yeah.
And
With
that brother was
jackfruit.
Carlo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kalei was a deep fried, and it's like a nugget thing. And I started eating that all the time over there. You know what I mean? I started going there regularly. Like, I'll be at the Iolani Palace or at the Capitol, and I'll walk. I said, bro, I get tired.
Down there, yeah. Even like, you ever been to fucking Downbeat Diner? It's called something else now.
Oh, Downbeat Diner shut down there?
Yeah, no, like there's
Bro, I
still.
remember the Downbeat
But
Diner used to have the shows over there.
It changed, yeah, next door, yeah, at the bar.
Yeah.
But like it changed, it's still there, but it's a new name. But like they have the same kind of shit. But yeah, that's like the kind of unhealthy vegan burgers and you know what I mean, that kind of shit. Like I'm like that. I'm not healthy.
I'm gonna make Lao that's why. I'm gonna make it Ulu and Kalei.
yeah.
And Uwala. You know what I mean? Those three inside.
And beef. Forget the beef.
You know, for Azad, yeah.
Like nowadays, like I've been not eating meat for like almost 8 years now.
For real?
Yeah, but like back in the day, like it was harder for people who didn't eat meat. You know what I mean? Because people weren't as conscious. Yeah, now everybody like fucking. There's so much vegan places you can go down to earth.
Yeah, there's that place. What is that place called? Something Joy?
Simple Joy.
Bruh, their fake nuggets is the best.
I seen one fucking ad
Yes.
at
Fucking
7-Eleven.
nuggets, I call them. Those fucking nuggets was
Fucking nuggets.
Because I used to be like our place. Well, I used to work side by side with Steep Hill, Hawaii. You know what I mean? So one of the guys that used to be the lab guys, he used to be vegan.
Not Kyle.
Not Kyle. Kyle wasn't vegan. Kyle liked his meat.
Yeah.
Not Kyle. I was joking, man. I was joking.
I'm a fish.
He didn't like that tube steak that we tried to make him one time.
I know, right? I even tried pickle them, bro, but never worked.
Pickle tube steak. But he's doing some things too, man. I see him doing his thing on his
Yeah, dude.
his washing journey with the hash and everything too. Like, you know, and Kyle's got that knowledge on that. You know what I mean? Like, it's they lost a key player with that. You know what I mean? Like he helped out so good, bro. And it's unfortunate like they didn't take care of him.
Yeah.
Everywhere Kyle went to, nobody took care of him. And it's great to see him doing his own thing now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what
So-
he's meant to do, is
Yeah.
his own thing. And the wealth of knowledge that guy possesses, bro.
Oh yeah.
In the hash game, he's very underrated, and a lot of people take his knowledge for granted. Like, the knowledge he can spew out, bruh, I mean, it comes down to paper thickness.
Oh yeah.
We're talking today, like, he was just talking to me. He's like, I could hear, the way this guy was pressing, and he was engaging his press too fast. He folded it too much, so his yields dropped. And, like, he's fucking, like, dropping knowledge. I was like, God damn, Kyle, what the fuck? And,
I'm the squish guru.
bro, his information, you pay for that fucker.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You
That's
should pay that guy. He's a local boy.
Yeah.
From
It's a
here.
Kanaka.
your
he
expertise
fucking-
has value.
He grabbed Kamehameha.
St. Louis.
Huh?
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
I thought he was Kamehameha.
No, St. Louis.
How did he know the kind? Kilo. For volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball.
Oh, wow.
That's how I know Kilo from. But Kilo went to Kalei Hill.
Yeah, true.
He went to
used to
Kalei
cruise
Hill.
all the Kanakas.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's a Bertleman. You know what I mean? That's why. Fucking guy.
So yeah,
It's a
that's
real known
fucking
family.
Kyle. I would, if I was
no
in the
way.
game.
Kyle is not fucking. What? I thought he was Kamehameha.
St. Louis, bruh.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Damn, bro. I would never go to an all boys school.
Fuck. I went summer
I
school,
went to an
Damien,
all
bro.
boys prison, bro. That wasn't cool for shit.
Speaking of socks, bro, double wash that fuckers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the fifis. Like, damn, man. My mom didn't try to, man. I went to St. Teresa's for one day. My mom then wasted $1,000 trying to get me into a private school.
Nice.
I fought with the biggest guy in the school. Got kicked out one day, $1,000. And good thing that I picked out Dickies as my blue pants because I was wearing Dickies back there, Pumas and Chuck Taylors and stuff like that.
Nice.
But then she tried to get me into Damien. I said, bro, no way. I already was in cold. I was doing all this kind of stuff, right? I'm not going to go. No way. I got to stay away from all boys stuff.
They thought the Lord was going to keep you in check.
Yeah,
bro.
then after everybody graduated, didn't get Sacred Hearts a part of this thing. Like, yep, there you go. You guys are going to poison the fucking thing.
Damien get females now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Be inclusive.
Inclusive.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we should wrap this up. It's been a great podcast, but it's getting long and it's getting late. So
Let's go eat.
tell everybody where
Yep.
they can find you on social media, any
I
upcoming
don't even know
events
what
you
my
got.
page is called, huh? Big_Al_Medeiros_808, I think, huh? Yeah, but
I think you nailed it.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
We'll put it in the notes.
But that's my fit Instagram. That's why, you know what I mean? They've been censoring me since the beginning.
getting fly people
Yeah,
mad
it
at
got,
was
it
some
got
bullshit.
bad during like the vid.
Oh,
When
yeah?
I was fighting against that, it was hardcore. And I know it was the politicians, you know what I mean? I was confronting them straight. I was 30 days at the Capitol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see Josh Green doing his morning walk. And I'm by myself. I'm like, come talk to me. I'm your one constituent right here. Only me. But that's how social media is, bro. They like to censor things.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like, I'm sure that's the reason why you guys kind of put the whole thing out there for everybody.
Right.
I don't know how heavily censored we are.
I mean,
We're censored.
this is a stronger version of Rogan's thing. You know what I mean? Like, straight up.
Yeah.
It's a more raw, blunt thing to it, you know? But
It's more local
Yeah.
derived, you know.
yeah.
Issues.
Kalei is kind of like the local Rogan.
Why is that? Because I'm bald,
Nah, I don't know.
you
Just-
motherfucker.
But yeah, mahalo for you guys, though. Yeah, you know what I mean? Brother
Right
Kalei,
here.
brother Eric, brother Mike. you know
Mahalo
what I
for the
mean?
gifts.
All
To
right.
what he needs
Mahalo.
behind
Thank you.
everything, but for the time to talk a little bit, you know what I mean? To spread a little bit of aloha along the way, and hopefully we can help change Hawaii. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, if anybody's out there still on this live and stuff like that, tomorrow we're gonna be at Waianae Shopping Center, Waianae Mall. You know what I mean? There is a anti-gun violence rally and event that's gonna be held over there.
Nice.
Live music. And it's put together by the kupunas of the community. You know what
Wow.
I mean? There's a kupuna council out there. And they meet every Tuesday at Pukaibe. So if anybody wants to get actively involved and help out our elders, that's one way to get involved.
Awesome.
You know, we do a lot of AINA work. If anybody wants to help out with the AINA, contact me. If you want to do a lot of things on the political side too, you know what I mean, and fight for what's right, come help too, you know what I mean? I'm sure it could use a lot of people out there. There's people out there who are way more educated than me. People out there that have more access to stuff, you know what I mean? That's why I say we got we. You know, together we can. By myself, only can do a little bit. You know what I mean? That's like one hand, huh?
Yeah.
You only can swat so much. With the fist, bro, you can close punch. You can make it really feel. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
guaranteed. Yeah, and everybody do their part. If you're fighting for something, just do something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
something.
Support somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I see Brother Erik behind the scenes of a lot of Kanaka stuff that many people don't even know he's a part of. You know what I mean? I'd run into him during these events. I'm like, bro, this is the guy behind the music. You know,
Right.
like same thing with Brother Mike, behind the lens of certain things. You know what I mean? Like, people don't get acknowledged for the work that they put in, bro. So mahalo to you guys for what you guys do, bro. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
Especially you, Brother Kalei, for the community of farmers.
Thanks.
Because there is a big community out there that trusts and believes in what you say. You know, it's true experience and true knowledge. So,
I won't bullshit anybody.
yeah, you know what I mean? Straight up to the point, you know what I mean? That's what we got to be. Be blunt about it.
Right.
But smoke doobies.
There you go.
Straight to the point, no faking. What about you? Tell people where they can find you. on
IG, the
internet.
Grow Guru Hawaii,
Yeah.
and also the Guru Grow Shop's coming up. So stay tuned for that.
Grow Shop.
Yes, sir. It's gonna come
The
up.
IG now.
The Guru
Get it
Grow
now.
Shop.
Oh, the Guru. Yeah, it's gonna change from the OGS to.
Grab the name now
GGS.
because this is gonna be out there. Somebody might steal
Oh,
it.
it's already LLC. We're
But the
good.
Instagram, anybody
Don't
can
worry,
do that.
808 because
Yeah, but
the
it can't-
2.0. Fuck it,
808.
let's go.
You're going to make me
Dash
worried, bro. I gotta
underscore
start
two.
The Ono Pocho Kitchen Instagram.
Yeah.
Let it go,
Yeah.
bro.
That's the
You
first
cannot
thing you
replace
do, bro.
this guy.
You heard it first, motherfuckers. But yeah, no, that's we're gonna try and get in, and we're gonna try open by September. So can't get rid of me that easily.
Yeah, people got to check out the YouTube, too, for you guys, huh?
Yep, YouTube. Everyone knows
you're
you're
high. Hey, Jinx,
high
buddy.
five.
Coca-Cola.
And you can find me on Instagram at Voices from the Planet.
Mhm.
And for our sponsors, Mills Pays the Bills, millsnutrients.com.
IG.
You'll be able to find it at the new shop.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to Brother Ben and Big Mike out there doing their thing.
Shout out to Big Ben.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Trying to get him on the podcast. He's a little
You guys
reluctant.
got to get a water sponsor, bro. Why can't got to be a water sponsor?
Why
bro?
has
Keep you guys
delicious water, man?
hydrated.
It gets
They're
hot
part
in
of
here.
a lot of events, bro, within the Hawaiian community and everything, bro.
They like to sponsor people.
They do.
Okay.
They sponsor Kanaka fighters, you know what I mean, and Kanaka businesses and Kanaka events.
Okay.
So,
Even
Hey,
like
we're
this
looking
kind
for that.
content.
yeah, this kind of content is perfect, you know what I mean?
Cotton mouth.
Why I care?
What's
Why
better?
should
Why-
you care?
Oh, that's a fucking good one, bro. That's a T-shirt.
And our other sponsor, Small Kind High, who was here earlier. Thank you.
Yeah, let me go try one of those things before.
Yeah, I think those are only 1 milligram. So
Hey, those are minors,
Yeah.
bro. They
For real?
taste super good though. Fucking.
I'm all about the minor stuff, bro.
yeah.
I don't partake like I used to. Today was a One, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got that fatty donut right there going around.
Making me breathe hard in here. It's like hard to breathe.
No way.
And
These are like Turkish delights.
what is that?
These guys.
Who's our next sponsor?
Bruno Mars. Shout out to Bruno Mars doing your art.
Oh, Bruno Mars is a badass artist too, bro.
Yeah.
This guy sponsored too, bro.
Well, he made our logo.
Give me your logo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
It's my homie.
Shout out to moonrabbit.hnl.
Yeah.
Moon Rabbit.
Yeah.
Meat Lux.
Meat Lux. Get your fine Wagyu at Meat Lux. Go check them out. I think we got everybody, dude.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
you guys need more sponsors, man.
Yeah, yeah.
This
We gotta-
show is very great. That's why. I
We
mean,
got to make a commercial so we're not fucking remembering on the fly of like our sponsors.
Yeah.
this broadcast brought to you by.
Yeah. Go for it.
We're gonna have our guests sit across. You're gonna have to give you cue cards and be like, "Can you hold this for us, please, while we do this shit?" Real fast, real fast.
Come a little bit early.
All right. Well, thank you for fucking coming on.
yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you to
That was so
everybody.
fun.
Bud Naked behind the desk. Thank you, as always.
Turtle Dove's going to be here today, but
Yeah.
still here.
So the shoyu and the chili pepper water is vegan.
Okay. Okay.
The fish sauce
Got you,
not
got you.
vegan, bro.
All right. Well, thank you.
Mine.
All right.
Aloha, guys.
See you guys next time.
Clap it out.
Peace.